Hey, everybody. How we doing? Woo! I tell you, I was just having a funny old feeling. It was a bit like, I'll do that. There. I was just trying to get the point. It's a bit like when you finish off like a massage, I mean, your back massage or something like that, isn't it? I don't know, just a bit like that. It was a bit more massagey than drummy tonight. It was a bit weird, but there we go. Anyway, how you all doing? What an evening it's been. What a week it's been as well. But yeah, it's going to be a really weird one tonight. I tell you what's really, really weird about tonight. Other than I'm kind of wearing my new jumper, of course. Hope you like it as well. That Root Master on there. It might actually, the eagle-eyed amongst you might actually even notice someone else wearing one as well tonight. I'll leave it to you to find out. Now, what have we had today? Got the Polaroid has come out today. It's been announced, been revealed to everybody. It's an interesting one. I'm not really quite sure what to make of it. But anyway, we'll have a bit of a deep dive into that today. I'm kind of assuming as well, it's up on the Lego website. But otherwise, we'll just go over and look at, I don't know, be on Jake's blog or something like that, no doubt. And definitely probably BRICKTASTIC. But anyway, it's been a funny old week. It's kind of like now we're into that kind of narrow path of leading up to Christmas. It's bizarre, isn't it? It really is. Like a week from now, it will go deathly silent until pretty much after Christmas. And then, of course, leads into January the 1st and boom, it all starts again. It's like the circle of Lego life, like a kind of mini little ecosystem. It really is. Anyway, folks, like I always say, if you want to support the channel, they've got two different ways of doing that. Firstly, you can either hit the join button and kind of become a slightly deeper, more immersive part of the channel. Or, of course, you could give us a super chat. And I'll stick your names up there on London Wall. And if you ever wonder what London Wall actually is, Google it. Honestly, it's very old and ancient. You can even find bits of it in car parks in and around London Wall as well. It's really bizarre, but it's true. It is there. I've had a great week. I'm super stoked. It's Friday tonight, only because I've got 5 more days of work and then I've got 10 days off. Of course, loads of Lego will ensue, so I can't wait for that. Otherwise, how the devil are you lovely lot out there? I've got an amazing panel on tonight. We're going to be kind of going here, there, and everywhere tonight. It's totally going to be looking at some new sets as well. But what's going to be odd for me, especially, is that firstly, the Brick Mods aren't here tonight. That's really weird. So Carrie and Ian, they're kind of on a, well, they're saying it's a Christmas sort of thing. I think it's more of a date night personally. But hopefully they're okay because they've not been too well this week, especially poor old Carrie. She's not been well at all. But anyway, I'm sure she's doing absolutely fine now. She's had a really bad cold. So guys, if you're watching this back, hope all is good with you. And of course, Gaz isn't going to be here tonight because he too is out on a Christmas do. So we were kind of into that phase. And of course, last week with Gaz, I built this, the TARDIS. I absolutely love it. I'm taking it everywhere at the moment because it's actually quite photogenic. Anywhere you put it, especially around red telephone boxes, it looks really good. It really does. I've got a few bits and pieces this week as well. I got this half price from Amazon for £10. That's pretty good going. I like that. And I got this as well, which I might go into a little bit later today, or I might even go into it a little bit deeper next week. But it's a jolly good magazine. It really is. And I've got some news about that to come up as well. There's also tonight going to be a double whammy giveaway for the members, all members, or any tier. And basically, we just pick up 2 people that are members, and those two people can either win £20, 20 euros, or of course $20, whatever comes first, wherever you are in the world, folks. So we'll do that a little bit later on. But for now, let's check out the survey, shall we? So the survey is a really easy one. It's just basically saying, I'm a big fan of Lego trains. The question is, are you too? We had 27 votes so far. Yes, saying choo-choo, 78%. That's handy. Nope, saying 7%. That's totally cool as well, folks. There is no really wrong answer. And never really thought about it because sometimes you put stuff in there and you sort of think to yourself, I haven't really ever thought about that before in my entire life. Anyway, something I do always think about is, of course, Lego. It's just one of those things, folks. It really is. And, of course, you lovely lot as well. So, anyway, what have we got out there tonight? We got the Bricketeer out there. Good to see you, dude. Say good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Minark's out there as well, saying hi, Andrew. Great to see you, dude. Andrew's out there as well. There he is there. Minark, he's been a member now for 23 months. 23 months. I didn't even know I've been doing it that long. Madlib's kind of out there. He said he was out there, but he's out today for a Christmas meal, which is jolly jolly good. So we're going to have a lot of people out there on the replay gang, that's for sure. Big Wills is there too. She's on the panel tonight, which is jolly damn exciting. Liz is out there. She's tuned in for all the way from America. Alternate Candidate is there too. Great to see you, dude. It really is. Barefoot on Bricks, Salixscape. We've even got Craigster out there. Craigster, how the devil are you doing out there? Has it stopped snowing up north yet? There he is. There's Gaz. Just popped back from Christmas 2024, 25 modular divisive. LC202 is one of my favorites to revisit. So hit the thumbs up. And just so as well, folks, talking about sort of looking back in time and stuff like that. Those 3 videos that I created for London Calling 200, the kind of rewind videos of them, I'm actually just at the moment editing up them with different tracks of music at the moment. So they will be coming out soon, somewhere between Christmas and the New Year. And that'll be a nice one because it's kind of a look back. And I think every year, because people have asked me to, every year I should do a look back video on the live streams, in particular, of course, London Calling, because then we get to see all sorts of people that have been on as well. Faith and Misery is there too. Good to see you, dude. Like I always say, mate, love your stuff on Instagram. Andy's Bricks and Figures, he's there. We've got Siobhan out there as well saying evening, everyone. Great to see you, Siobhan. Hope you've had a top week. I really, really do. There has been Manark saying, ye old entry onto London Wall for LC202. Build to Give. Now, that is a great segue into this, folks. Loads of people have been sending me in their pictures this week. This is a heart, right, folks? This is, believe it or not, it really is. It kind of goes around there. I think it is. If you're a Doctor Who, it kind of goes in a couple of other places as well. But this is a Lego heart. If you've got a Lego heart, you built it, do us a favor, send it off to Lego on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, or Instagram, and they will give a heart to a child in need who wants a gift. It's as simple as that. It's really easy. It takes a few minutes to do. Well, in my case, it certainly does anyway. And it's just a great cause. It really is. And tonight we're going to be kind of leaning on that, be slightly inspired by it as well, because a lot of people sent me in some great shots. They really have, of pictures and hearts that they've created. Anyway, Minark, for a wonderful £2 of full sterling, my friend, this is for you.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
And there he is, Minark, building my heart, watching LC. Good man. Look forward to seeing the pictures. And he goes, there it is. There it is. I love it. Anyway, talking of there it is, let's start bringing on our first guest, shall we? Where should I go first? I'll tell you where I'm going to go first. I'm going to do what all the Americans tend to do when they come on here. They either do 2 things, Americans, when they come on here. They either go to Germany, I don't know why, neither, or they stick in their own countries in the borders. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stick in London for this one. I'm going to go to a good friend of mine. How can I describe him, folks? He's youthful. He's young. He makes wearing glasses look very trendy. He really does. He's just all round really nice guy. Reminds me actually of a Christmas film that comes on at least a few times a year. It's called Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and that's down to an alternative version of Studs. But anyway, let's bring him on, shall we? He's a good mate of mine. I haven't seen him for a few weeks, but he's going to be on at least in a pretty decent lead up to Christmas and the New Year. Is, of course, Jake Studs. Hello, mate.
Sup, everyone. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is a wild.
I know. I'm just thinking Jake Knobs or something like that, because you were saying that instead of Studs, sometimes you get called Jake Knobs, which is. It's kind of like nice. It's got a certain charm about it, hasn't it?
Well, knobs is the technical Lego term. They're not studs.
I know.
They're knobs.
They're not studs. I thought the upside down version of them, which is the anti-stud. So they call like the anti-knob, because that just sounds bizarre.
I don't think they've copyrighted anti-knob, but they've definitely copyrighted.
Actually, I'm going to
Lego
copyright
knobs.
that. We're gonna have to get a Lego expert on here tonight, I think, and
sure, maybe at some point,
let me just make a few phone calls, and I'll knock up a Lego designer. I'm sure there'll be one free this time of night, which is handy, isn't it? Now, my good friend, great to have you here. It really is. Now, where would you like to go? I've got to look at this. We can go to America, we can go to Canada, We can go to, I'm going to say the Midlands. Actually, no, I can't yet because they're actually newbies. I can't bring them on just yet. They're brand spanking new, but I'm just making him nervous. That's all. They're looking all pensive. We can go. Actually, I don't know where this guy lives, but he's kind of semi-conscious, shall we say? Let's call him that. Or we could go up to a place where they make Yorkshire puddings. They really do. I go, what camera are you using? You got a new camera, unless you've got someone in there actually moving that camera around you. What's going on?
Oh no, I've got a whole like $1 million studio here. You know, I'm going for the Bricks O'Brien's sort of media empire. I'm going after that stuff. So I've got a whole like $1 million studio.
That's jolly exciting.
Yeah.
So going back to my question, what's the camera you're using?
It's just my iPhone.
Is it really your iPhone? So you're tracking yourself on your iPhone.
Yeah, just a.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? I like that.
What?
I've never seen that on a live stream before. It's bizarre. I think it's good. It's quite good. What one you got? Is that
you're like a cat, aren't you? Something shiny happens. Oh, Jesus, where?
Dude, it triggers my ADHD. What can I say? God, put your glasses back on again. I don't recognise you.
There he is.
There he is. He's back again.
Mistaken for Clark Kent there. That's
where would you like to go? We got some place in America.
Let's go to better America, aka Canada.
Okay. Oh, Canada. Blimey, that's controversial. We kicked that off. I didn't say that, folks. What can I say? He's young. Blame it on the youth. Blame it on the youth. Blame it on that iPhone 15 that's tracking him at the moment as well. It's like Panopticon. It really is. I'll send you a link to it.
Wow, way to just absolutely age yourself out the gate. Let's go Canada.
Anyway, all right, folks, let's go to Canada. Now, tonight, if tonight was a competition as to what we're wearing that's so garish and some people might say flamboyant, this guy would win by a mile. He really would. How can I describe? He's good looking. He's got a beard. He's also got the most flamboyant Christmas jumper I've seen him in life. He's, of course, Brickin' Brood.
Hey, I'll take it.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I like that intro there. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's pretty good, right?
It's really good, dude. I've never seen anything like it. It's like wrapping paper. It's that good.
It was an Instagram ad, and I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, they know me so well.
They certainly do. Was that a present? Who's it a present from? The missus?
Well, I got one for her as well. It's the Kevin McAllister's mom, like yelling Kevin. So like Mrs. McAllister, I guess. It's a
very cool.
So we're doing an ugly sweater Christmas get together. So well, it's ugly, but it is cool. So
it's funny, Americans, Canadians call it ugly. We just call Christmas jumpers bizarre. Anyway, great to have you here, dude. You're looking suave and sophisticated. Actually, combed your hair today. I like that. Now, where would you like to go next? You could go down south to a place called the United States of America. I think that's where she lives. Anyway, I'm going to put my money on Canada. Is it? Yeah. I was going to say Texas, but there we go. I'd be really wrong then, wouldn't I? Or we could go somewhere. I don't actually. Well, like I said, in a place of semi-consciousness. Or we could go Yorkshire.
I mean, semi-consciousness sounds like a pretty good state of mind sometimes. Let's check it out.
Of course, folks. Another name for semi-consciousness is kind of that's what I kind of look like when I'm half asleep. This guy is. Well, what can I say about him that hasn't really already been said? He's basically he takes his house and he just turns it into a massive, large, huge Lego space. He really does. It is, of course, our good friend. He's been on a few times before now. I think he's still in. I think he's up in it now. I think he's up to about 1.5% of the London audience shows. It's our good friend, half asleep, Chris.
Hello. Yeah, it's my third time. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here, Chris. It really is. Your timing is impeccable for being on this one because I think we're going to have some train enthusiasts.
Of course, yeah.
On this one,
trains, really?
Yeah, we like trains. We love trains.
Trains.
Yeah. You must use the train every day, Jake, don't you?
Yeah. Trains.
It's really weird talking to you because your camera pans in on you. It's like I feel like you're going to say something like really mysterious or something like that. Like
Maybe
you're
I
gonna-
will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll just be another crap joke coming out of my mouth.
It's bizarre. It really is. It's like it must be a Twitch thing. Chris, just out of curiosity, have you ever done any Twitch before? Because I still haven't. Technically,
No,
speaking, have you?
I've never even been on the website to watch anything on there.
Have you not? No,
You're missing
yeah.
out.
I'm
Massive
quite
brick building
excited.
community over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but there's a big one on YouTube. But yeah, I've never seen Chris out. I'm going to be on there for the first time ever this Sunday, Chris. I'm a good
Yeah.
friend of the channel, more and more. He's going to have me on his channel. I think it's going to be a bit of it's a bit like a sort of interview, just two guys chatting about Lego, that sort of thing, which is pretty
Right,
cool.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, Chris, great to have you here. Loving all the
you.
yellow in the background as well. Can't wait to talk about that. You've got some Lego set on there as well, which I can't quite tell what it is from here. Loving the Lego rooms. Right? Is that the room with the train that goes round through the holes in the cupboard?
It is, yeah. So
Good stuff.
this here's the cave entrance. It goes through there. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
I
yeah.
put some LED lights up there as well, so it's a bit
I saw
cooler
that.
now.
Looks
Yeah,
really
but it's
good.
beginning because I've put all the modulars. It's beginning to look a bit more like a Lego room, which it isn't. It's kind of a filming room, but yeah.
It's like studio. I like it. All right,
Yeah.
Chris, where would you like to go next then? Where would you like to go? I think she lives in America, but I'm being told Canada. Or we can go. Oh, we could go up Yorkshire. We can go up Yorkshire. Where
We'll go
would you like?
Yorkshire.
Oh, you want to go Yorkshire? Do you
Yeah.
like Yorkshire puddings?
Do I?
Yeah, do you like Yorkshire puddings? Because I had a massive one this week. It was like literally that big. I'm not
Oh,
joking.
wow,
It's bigger than a plate. And then they just filled it with loads of beef and then just rolled it up. It was some
wow,
strange
yeah.
concoction. Never had it in my life, but it was
I
lovely.
do like them. I tend to have a big one as well, rather than little ones. Kind of use it not as a plate, but put everything in it. That's the way.
That's it. There we
The
go.
dish to hold your gravy.
Oh,
Exactly,
I like that
yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. I do like
yeah.
it swimming in good gravy. Good stuff. All right. So anyway, so yeah, this place basically, folks, where our next guest comes from, is famous for a couple of things. Let me try and think of one off the top of my head. Yorkshire Terriers. They're famous for Yorkshire Terriers. That's one thing. And of course, Yorkshire puddings. And as you know, folks, Chris and I both love a Yorkshire pudding. Question is, right, do we or do you out there, because I think it's socially unacceptable, personally speaking, but I want to know what our next guest thinks about this. Do you put Yorkshire puddings with a Christmas dinner? Let's find out, shall we? It is, of course, our good friend, BRICKTASTIC, otherwise known to you, lovely lot, as Kerry. Hello, you.
Hi. You had
How
a
you doing?
Yorkshire pudding wrap. That's what you had.
That's exactly what I did have. It was lovely
Yes.
too. It really
Now-
was.
The Yorkshire pudding on the Christmas dinner
Oh, yeah, controversial.
is a bit controversial in our house.
Say that again.
Because I once refused to go and eat at my mother's if she didn't put Yorkshire puddings on.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even your mother-in-law's.
then-
This was your actual mum.
It was my mother's, yeah. And then my brother actually brought Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings with him.
Oh, God.
So we had a bit of a domestic, yes. And
yeah.
then, so the last 3 years I've cooked, and my mum's complained slightly because we've had Yorkshire puddings and no
Okay.
sprouts.
Oh, no
She actually
sprouts.
she
My
brings her own
God.
sprouts. I
She's
don't like
re-
sprouts.
rewriting it. You got to have
It's a classic
sprouts.
gang, yeah.
Always sprouts.
Yeah, you
I
got to have
can't
sprouts
stand
with it.
sprouts. I
Fill
can't do it.
the Yorkshire pudding with sprouts.
No, I've tried it every other way. I mean, I've got a memory of mashing your sprouts into my mashed potatoes when I was younger, and then
Ah.
making me sit there.
Oh,
for
yeah,
3
yeah.
hours.
Well, that's what's
Yeah.
name? Bubble and Squeak, isn't it? Love Bubble
no,
and
it's because
Squeak.
I wouldn't eat them basically. So she mashed them into my potatoes, and it just ruined my potatoes as well.
I was the same. My nan, I never used to eat them, and then my nan used to make Bubble and Squeak, and I used to eat it. And then one day, I had an epiphany. I found a Brussels sprout that hadn't been mashed up in it. I was so disappointed. I was beside myself. Anyway, well, where are we down to? We're down to one place. We're going to go to some place now where how can I describe it? Where everything's pink, a bit like the background, really, to our wallpaper tonight. I think she lives in America. Jake seems to think she lives in Canada. We'll find out pretty soon, shall we? Is of course our good friend Meredith. Watch it back, Jake. You definitely said that. Meredith,
Pretty sure I didn't.
AKA Big Wheels. Hello, you.
Hello. It's actually the USA Atlanta, but
Yes,
Okay.
USA
I-
Atlanta.
I have a shirt. I'm not wearing it. That is Justin Trudeau, shirtless, riding a moose. In the background, there's like a sun, like a Baywatch sun, and a big Canadian bear, and it's an adorable shirt. So
That's awesome.
I have
That
love
is
for
awesome.
the North, especially their very overly attractive prime minister.
Oh, jeez.
What? You got an attractive prime minister up in Canada? Have you got?
Sorry, have you
Look,
not
have you
seen
not seen
Trudeau?
it? It's
Like, oh my
beautiful.
god!
He could be in a like L'Oreal commercial with his
Mhm.
hair.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Right,
the
I'm gonna
hair
check it
whip
out.
and
You're gonna have to
everything.
Google him, Greg. He's beautiful. He's beautiful.
Looks like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Is he still prime minister? He's been prime minister for quite a long time now, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
been a good couple of
Is
terms.
he? Is he?
I
Is he,
remember.
is he better looking than the French one, Macron?
Everyone's
Yeah.
better looking than the French one.
Oh,
He
okay, all
speaks
right. There you
perfect
go.
French as well, though. Oh,
Oh, he's
Sexy
he's
accent.
kind of French Canadian. Okay.
Yeah,
Are
he's
you-
probably Quebecois.
Oui.
Oui, oui. Andrew, do you speak French? I mean, you're Canadian. Do you speak the dual language?
Very little. Like I can't even say like my.
He doesn't even say wee wee. Do you see that, folks? He didn't even say wee wee. He doesn't care. It's national. I don't know. I'll say. Anyway, Craig's just saying a true Yorkshire person does not have Yorkshire pudding on a Christmas dinner. If you know, you know. This is what I
Craig's
reckon.
Christmas dinner is Yorkshire puddings. That's why.
Craig's from
It
the
is.
East Riding of Yorkshire, so he's not proper Yorkshire.
I keep doing this every time I'm looking at Jake. I'm doing this. You guys doing it as well. It's bizarre. That's making me laugh. Right, okay. I think I reckon there's someone in the room just moving it around with him.
Yeah, again, I've got
like
$1
just
million
jump as
studio.
well.
I've got like
There we go.
I've got like the producer, director. I've got someone on sound. I've got it all now.
I know. I wonder what the sound person is. But anyway, where should we go next? Then where should we go? I'm going to ask the panel who we should get on next. Then, well, how can I put this? How can I describe these two people left to come on, because they're both newbies, folks. They've never been on, but we can go. We can go for.
This is worse than Cilla Black being like,
It's a surprise, surprise.
Number 8.
I know, or Bully special price. We can. What do you want, folks? Jake, do you want the geezer with the moustache, or the duet? Or what do you reckon, folks? Where should we go? Duet or moustache? What do you want?
Can I go
Jake, I'll start with you.
Is it duo or duets? I mean, it's
Duo. All right, duo. The
Duo.
dynamic duo. That sounds.
They
much
probably
better.
do
Thank you.
duets.
dynamic
though.
duo. Yeah.
All right, dynamic duo. Okay, Jake, what do you want? Dynamics duo or moustache? Because
I'll go for the hamper.
You go for the hamper. Okay, I'll skip you. Keep thinking about it. He's one of those. He's in that mood. Bricky Brood, what do you want? Moustache or dynamic duo?
Well, I feel like you were going to say like in the dynamic duo. I think you said was second last. Let's go with them.
All right, we have dynamic duo. So we've got
I'm
dynamic
saying
duo only. Jake's one doesn't count. Meredith, where would you like to go? Moustache or dynamic duo?
I'm gonna go with dynamic duo.
Oh, dynamic duo. Think of this as it's like Superman or Batman and Robin, folks. Think of it like that. Albeit Superman never really had a moustache, but then he did. There was a film when he had to come back and do a reshoot, and anyway, it looked terrible. Kerry, what do you want? Moustache? We're talking Poirot class here, or do you want to go dynamic duo like
I think we should
Only
go
Fools and
dynamic
Horses?
duo.
Oh,
Dynamic duo.
God. Okay, Chris, come on. I think it won't matter now anyway. I don't think it's.
I'm going to say duo.
I was going to say duo as well. All right, folks, blimey. What can I say?
You like
I think-
mustaches, but let's go with the duo, right?
I love moustaches. But this person who's going to be coming on in a moment likes it more than I do because he's actually
I
got
just
one.
shaved mine off. I should have kept it. Damn.
Was that a moustache? I thought
I
it was
had a
your
moustache.
eyebrow.
I did have one.
I thought your eyebrows had fallen down.
No.
I don't think I've said that for years. That was quite fun. But anyway, okay. How can I describe these two folks? Well, I'll tell you what, right? They're massive supporters of the channel. They've been supporters of the channel for absolutely months, and I'm super excited to have them in today. They are really a kind of a breath of fresh air. They really are. And they always make lots of mocks. And I'm sure tonight they're going to make loads of mischief. Give it up, everybody, for Simon and Dan. Make up your own mind who's who. Is, of course, the two gay AFOLs. Hello, boys.
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
It's going to hit you between the eyes. It really will. Great to have you. I've got to have the new guests up in the middle at least. How you guys doing? You all right?
Yeah, very good.
Good,
How's
thank you.
everyone?
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm liking your ho 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 t-shirt. Looks very good. And it reminds me, I don't know why, Typhoo or something like that.
Not to be confused with ho ho ho. So it is ho
Yeah.
ho ho.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a different sort of street. That is. Great to have you here, guy. You keep very. I like all the Christmas things. They weren't there yesterday. I like hearing that.
All for you, Greg.
I know it looks great. I love the headphones as well. Honestly, folks, it says yesterday we're doing test runs and all sorts of things, which was good fun, of course. So, two gay folks, great to have you here. We're going to learn lots about you tonight, and we're also going to learn a little bit about our next guest who's coming on as well. And Andrew there, all the way from Canada, has kind of given it away slightly who our next guest is. How can I describe him? Well, like I've already said, folks, he has a legendary moustache. He really does. And might I also say, he's got quite a classy tailor as well. He's brought us such sets as 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street, the A-frame cabin, which I'm looking forward to talking to him about a particular aspect, which we always seem to talk about on this channel. And most recently, of course, the Orient Express. So everybody, give it up for a very hearty Ollie Gregory. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hey,
Great
great.
Henry Cavill. I'm here.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Hey, well, this is the thing. There was a. I'm going to pop you out. Let me just pop you up here for now. I need to. Oh, it looks a bit weird. I've got the same. So we got the same jumpers, folks. So there we go. Who can believe it? You get two people on. Yeah, we are.
You see the mustache and you'd be identical.
Hold on.
There you go.
I look like, can the real Ollie Gregory please stand up? Oh, sorry. That's hilarious. All right, so great to have you here, Ollie.
Pleasure.
When anyone ever comes on here, I go around the panel and ask everyone how their week's been. So I'm going to start off with the newbies, like I always do. We'll start off with two gay folks, or TGA. Guys, tell us a little bit about yourselves and how the dickens you guys got here. What is Simon and Dan all about? And can you do us a favor? Can you tell us who Simon is and who Dan is? Because no one, it's like Ant and Dec. I couldn't tell. Honestly, I can't tell you which one's what. But yeah, tell us a little bit about you guys, and then we'll ask Ollie as well.
So I'm Dan.
I'm Simon.
And together we are Dan and Simon. So how do we get here? Well, like lots of people, like in the pandemic, I went into furlough. Simon kept working. And Simon said, oh, we should go to my mom's and rescue all my Lego from the attic. We did. I posted a picture and it went downhill from there.
Oh, wow.
Uphill.
Uphill, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Is that
steep and expensive
Spanish
hill?
Yeah, the Spanish
Expensive.
interpretation. Oh, we lost someone there.
Hill.
Who's that? It was Andrew. So here he comes. He's back again, folks. Don't worry. It's a Canadian thing. It's here we go. The transmission's back. He's back. You right there, dude?
Sorry, boot that. Hit the wrong button.
What are you like with buttons? You need to make your buttons big and red. I'm just saying.
Not all of them, though, because otherwise you end up in the same position. Just a button.
That's true, actually. You just go like that. It'd be like one of those machines you get the fun fairs where it just pops up and you got to jump, bounce it down again. Anyway, sorry, we sidetracked.
When's the last time you went to a fun fair, Greg?
Again, I don't know. That's what it's like in the 70s, wasn't it? Honestly, if your cameras, it's like this is making me do this. I'm like literally rocking in my chair. So two gay folks. So you went up into the attic. One thing led to another. You came down with some Lego.
Lots of Lego.
You like new men. So what happened then? You started posting, and
we started posting. I think one of the first sets we bought was one of the Monkey Kid mechs.
Oh, Monkey Kid, nice. Yeah, nice.
And then we started going down the route of eBay, which was a very dangerous route, because then we rediscover things like Paradisa, Forest Men,
all the sets that we couldn't have as a kid.
Yeah.
The big ones. Forest Men, Pirates, all the space, Mtron Space,
Ice
Planets.
Yes.
Anything from 1989 to early 90s was kind of our heyday for Lego. Before we put it down and put it away and grew up and rediscovered it later.
Yeah. Then we started making friendships, and then we started taking parts in lots of challenges.
Yeah.
We started with Kate Brick Huntress, so we've been doing most of our challenges.
Oh yeah, so in case anyone knows, Kate does like habitats and kind of mocks every month, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So just from there, like just the collection grew. Instagram was kind of like a good place to be. Like
2 years ago, right? Instagram was all about photographs. Now it's all about videos. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about change your tune. It really is.
It's very changed.
Yes.
You know, but all good. It's good when you have a full-time job and you kind of like have an adult life to come and play with Lego or be with Lego. It's very good for mental health as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's something I always like to touch on every now and again, actually. But yeah,
and it's also great that we both love it. So it's something that we
how's that? How do you both,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing. That's quite unusual. But
so
good
when we
nonetheless.
first met each other, I think I went to your place and you had like a little set around. I said, "Oh, you like Lego?" And you said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, I like Lego too." So one of our first dates was we went to Legoland in Windsor.
Did you really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. What did you go on a ride in particular? I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
Simon doesn't like rides.
Oh, he doesn't do rides, even at Windsor. Okay, all right.
Not even the kiddie ones.
Maybe the Duplo themed ones.
Yeah,
but,
Duplo ones.
The Duplo ones. All right, cool. Nice one, guys.
I was
All
in
right,
Windsor last weekend. But in Canada, we got Windsor here as well.
You got what was you? What have they got a Lego park there or anything like that, or is it just a place called Windsor?
No, yeah, I went to the casino, saw Jay Leno.
That's a bit different.
It's right across from Detroit.
Can I just say, Americans, Canadians, they nicked all their names anyway of our places. We like,
yeah, exactly.
Somewhere
I thought you'd like that.
You go somewhere like Denmark, and it's like, oh yeah, like fresh new names. They haven't called them like Cambridge or Essex or somewhere like that, or London. How many Londons you got over there?
I live near there.
They got about 3 London bridges over there as well.
Thames
Actually,
River.
all the wrong one, I might add, which is kind of hilarious. But all right, cool. It's a fact. Honestly, folks, Google London Bridge, and it will come up Tower Bridge. I kid you not.
Is it a fact? Is it, Greg?
It is. Honestly, it is a fact. But I'm going to put that on my merch. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. But anyway,
next to the banger one.
Exactly. Well, we got a couple we're working on at the moment. Where are we up to? We go oi banger, and it's a fact. There we go. This is all merch. It's all going to be stuff put on your back, as well as a target in my case. Anyway, let's move on swiftly. We've dabbled with the TK files. Let's go. We've got a real Lego designer on here tonight, folks.
Hi, welcome everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well.
Listen to him. He's a Twitcher, which is probably why his camera twitches quite a lot. Ollie, tell us a little bit about yourself, and you've got a really interesting background because I'm just throwing this out there, folks, because you used to build Muppets or puppets and stuff like that, and I want to know a little bit about you and how on earth did that transition from that into building Lego? Because and before you say anything, I want to thank you for helping being part of and developing one of the best minifigures of all time. That is, of course, as everyone is thinking, where's he going with this? It's, of course, Big Bird. Oh, yeah. That's superb. Did you see a sigh of relief on Ollie's face then? It's one of the best minifigures of all time. It really is, folks.
I adore him. He's fantastic. I love it.
And we love having you on here as well. So tell us a little bit about you, Ollie. That's a nice sort of segue into there.
Yeah. I'm Ollie. I'm a senior model designer. Currently on the Lego Ideas team, but I've also kind of worked in Duplo and 4+ and Disney Princess, Disney Animation. I've been at the Lego group for about 7 or 8 years.
Nice.
It flies very fast. Yeah, and as you kind of alluded to before, I kind of had this amazing job in Denmark. I I trained as a model maker, so I used to make props for TVs and films.
Oh,
and then kind of anything that came my way, I kind of grabbed. And yeah, I did some puppetry stuff, some stop motion animation puppets and things, stuff for blockbuster films and the movies, not the video rental place, and yeah. And actually, kind of like I've always been an A4. Well, as a kid, I was A4, but then kind of I had a bit of a dark age during university. Obviously, kind of Lego's quite expensive when you have no money, and so I had a bit of a dark age, and then kept on submitting to Lego design, kind of like for graphic design positions or model design positions, kind of after that. And then I went off and worked at a company that makes large Lego models, that kind of commissions and things. And so we made this large. Actually, it was Tower Bridge. It was at the time it was the large. That's the other channel, yeah, Tower Bridge Bricks. And so we built this. I think it was like 6 million bricks, and it was like 6 months of my life with a team of like 20 or 30 people. And then kind of at the end of that, I was actually kind of assembling this bridge. It was a commission that was by Jaguar Land Rover to launch their new their new Discovery, Land Rover Discovery. Yeah. And then I kind of got a call, kind of asked me to come over to Denmark and come and start working in the Duplo team. And then from then, I just kind of lived in Denmark and lived the dream.
When they said to you, "Can I overbuild some Duplo?" Did you say, "Hold on a minute, I've just built Tower Bridge, 10 billion parts"?
Well, so it was actually like my previous job. So working in stop motion animation, working in kids animation, kind of. There was this amazing meld of kind of like, you know all the preschool IPs, and also you can build and kind of see in your portfolio. And I was happy kind of like building models for anybody. Kind of I love Lego as the brand, so it was kind of like I don't mind where I am. I'm inside the cathedral of bricks, really. So actually, my first Lego model was this guy. Ironically called My First Dinosaur.
I've got to ask, how long did it take you to design that?
It's about 6 months to.
Everyone's thinking.
Because I've been CNC models, like it's a long time. Okay. No, but so a model like this is quite. It's a good kind of like training exercise in kind of our Lego design process, and so you get to learn all about product safety and kind of our material testing and all that kind of stuff, and then packaging and merchant the promotional content as well. So it was kind of a great kind of microcosm of the entire process.
Did you make Olaf? Sorry to interrupt you there. That Olaf right below it. Did you
yes,
make that as well.
Yeah, so that was my first Disney SKU. Was
cool. We had that.
We had
we have it.
I love it. So he actually started as a desk toy. It was like kind of we had like spare bricks on the table and just started putting it together, kind of like, and then he started kind of disappearing, and then I'd had to build another one, and then like he appeared on someone like Ninjago desk in Ninjago or whatever, and then so I ended up building about half a dozen of this Olaf. Just
Ollie,
to keep
you got to let him go. You got to let him go, Ollie. You got to let him go.
Yeah. And then it was kind of like I kind of sold it in as like, well, actually, you know what? Like, if people stealing it from my desk, then maybe it might be quite nice to see him out there in the world as well. But yeah, I adore character builds. So so actually, I started off with this and then moved on to the large Mickey and Minnie Mouse. From this guy.
I know that was a bit. You had a bit of a steep jump, actually. I think I don't know if this is chronological order, but you even did a Rebel A-wing starfighter as well.
Oh yeah, So I progressed slowly from 18 months now to 18 years. So I've kind of done the entire spectrum. So yeah, so I started in Duplo, and then kind of like in the spare time free building and kind of filling my desk full of all kind of like the dream mocks that I've been dreaming of building or have digital files of before I started at Lego. And then kind of I finished a year in Duplo, and then Lego Juniors, as it was at the time, and then become Lego 4 Plus, was kind of going through this kind of this change, and so it grew, and we moved into new franchises like Star Wars, and we were kind of exploring kind of larger 4 Plus sets and things, and so kind of the team grew then, and then I worked there for a year, and then I did the Disney Princess stuff in 4 Plus that year, and then kind of migrated from that to staying with the Disney Princess team, and then we kind of started exploring kind of new avenues of what kind of Disney Princess, what the Disney, what we could do with Disney, and so that's where we kind of started making. We had the big, I forgot what it's called now, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse buildable statues.
I call them Minnie and Mickey Mouse UCS sets.
Big, Big Mickey and Big Minnie. Yeah,
I think 2 gatefolds. You've got what? You've got them, haven't you?
Are there those 2?
That's it.
The ones,
There we are.
That's them. Hang on over there. That's it. Very nice.
Yeah. So for that, I had the opportunity also to develop some fantastic kind of elements. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
The arms, and his legs and his eyes. That was a kind of like a whole new experience, and kind of
it's quite big, isn't it?
Working with it. Yeah, it is.
It's massive.
And that was such an amazing kind of.
We'll put that one away. He didn't build that one.
It was such an amazing kind of collaboration with all our kind of like engineering teams as well, because like
what is that camera?
The weight distribution of that model is it's all top heavy. Mickey Mouse is everything, all the weight in his shoes, and then all the weight in his head and his ears. There's not a lot in between. So
the nose is a space helmet. That's a good detail.
Sorry.
The nose is a space helmet, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, that was a bit of my kind of fan leaking out. Was kind of like, it'd been a long time since we had that helmet, and and that was actually because we had the Benny helmet. It was Lego Movie 2, I think.
Yeah, Lego Movie 2.
Of the helmet that had the non-cracked jaw, and so we thought actually kind of like loads of people have got those Blacktron helmets that have got cracked chin straps. So let's kind of let's make that. And also, it was the element for the nose. I tried a lot of the different kind of voodoo balls and things, and it was just like, it's not given the same vibe as a classic space helmet.
Yeah, sort of make it a thing. Very cool. All right, Ollie, that's brilliant. That was. I definitely want to ask you a little bit later about your thing with London Transport, because I'm seeing a lot of Easter eggs in that room you're in regarding London Transport, which is bizarre. Which seems weird that you got the same jumper as me on as well, which straight away says you're consciously very fashionable. What can I say? But great to meet you, Ollie. 2 gatefolds as well. I feel like I want to. Where shall we go? I normally go round, but I'm gonna do it in a slightly unorthodox kind of way. Let's come to Meredith next. I want to go to Meredith. Meredith, how's your week in Lego been? Have you been up to much? Have you been doing any mocks or anything like that?
Yeah, I am working on a new module for New Hashima version Atlanta BrickCon. So it's going to be roughly 2/3 the size of what was at Brick World, which was approximately a 20 by 20 foot triangle. So we're about 2/3 of that. So it's going to be big. So I'm building something new. It's kind of inspired a little bit more by a Hong Kong apartment building.
Yeah, love it.
Hold on.
So I worked in Hong Kong for a few months. I went out there for a week. I got stuck out there for 3 months. It's a long story, but anyway. And do you know, they got a thing over there about not using curtains appropriately.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the thing. My God, how big is that?
We got a little manga shop here in the base, and then again, it's like kind of like that haphazard apartments with AC units all over the place.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And then we're doing like a Bauhaus style office complex next to it, but it's all greened up, so it's kind of a little cyberpunky. I describe it, if cyberpunk and Bauhaus went and had a baby, it would be the building I'm building next to it. So,
and have you put lights in it already as well?
Well, it's so much easier when you're putting lights in the mock to build it with the lights in.
Say that again.
The ones down here, in the little sign, those are the single LEDs that my husband solders up, or I solder up. And it's just impossible. If you want to place those in, it's so much easier to do it while you're building. So
yeah, I agree with Craig actually. The green is like that is a weird green, but it goes really well.
it works. I was looking one of the AFOLs that was at Brickworld who did a building that was right next to where my buildings were in New Hashima. He went to Hong Kong for a month, and he's been just uploading these crazy pictures, and it's all these, a lot of these apartment blocks, and they're all faded, right? Because they're all old, like they're 60s or 50s.
Oh, yeah.
They're all very pale colors because they've been so much sun. So I wanted to get something that was colorful but still kind of pale. So, and then I got an awesome pick-a-brick order before the pick-a-brick service.
Oh, yeah, they've closed down there, haven't they, for Christmas?
Yeah. I got right in before the close.
Oh, love. We're waiting for those parts as well.
So
there you go. They're all gone to America, mate.
I ordered that on the 10th of November, and it came like 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, great. We ordered around the same date.
Oh, that's good.
They're coming. They're in before the
I know. So it's Christmas. Meredith, I got to ask you, right? You got a friend in Hong Kong at the moment, yeah?
No, they left. They came back.
Can you ask him? I need another opinion because no one ever seems to have noticed this about Hong Kong. But I noticed a lot of people in Hong Kong walk around with trolleys for some reason. I'm not talking about the sort of trolley that you'll go to Tesco's in or Sainsbury's or something like that or Walmart. I'm talking like these are full-on proper metal trolleys, and they're everywhere. When I was over there, selfies wasn't even a thing. That's how long ago it was, right? And I must have taken about 50 selfies of me with people with trolleys behind me. It was a bizarre thing. They just walk around with it like every day. It's a bit like me going out. Instead of taking a dog for a walk, I'm going out with my trolley. It was a weird thing. It was like it was a part of them or something like that. And these things were passed down through generations. It was crazy, but it was true as well. Ask your friend about it. Did they notice a lot of trolleys out there? Just saying.
They noticed a lot of AC units haphazardly placed on buildings, so that was my one of my inspirations. So
very good. We should go. Let's go up north a little bit. Chris, you've been a bit busy recently with the old videos. Of course, you've acquired a new species of pet in your home as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. I got a little puppy.
Tell us a little bit about Maisie and this one of your latest videos that you've got that stars Maisie.
Yeah, well, I didn't want a puppy. My girlfriend did. I really didn't want one. But 2 days a week, she doesn't work from home. She goes out to work. And so for those 2 days, I had to basically spend 24/7 with this puppy. So obviously I got some Lego train sets out. The puppy was kind of going around chasing them around. And I thought, while she's still only about this big, I can probably build a Lego train which she can ride around in. So there's a lot of trial and error. I had to make, obviously I had loads of extra motors. I had to make the train like really wide. So I had to add extra wheels on the edges, kind of like stabilizers on a bike. And they don't run on the track. They just run on the floor. And I got it to work in the end. And the puppy stayed in the train as it went around. It did a couple of laps. It was in there for about 2 or 3 minutes. Loved it.
That's awesome.
I'll say loved it. Tolerated it, which is more nice. Yeah, and by now she's far too big to fit. So,
and what about your cats as well, Ralph and Bella? What do they think about this? Because like it's a bit like when you have kids and stuff like that. You have a daughter and you kind of get used to it. You go, yeah, and then you have a son, and it just goes all out. It's like this is completely. It's like a different species. What is it like having a dog with your cats? So your cats thinking, "Get me away from this thing." It's
weird. There's lots of different things I didn't expect. I've never had a dog before, and there's loads of weird things like when the dog sat with you and it's happy, it's not purring. And that just feels really weird. Someone who's owned cats. But so far the cats haven't interacted with it. The dog, she's kept in the dining room and it's got a gate on it. So the cats kind of go up and have a look. And they don't seem scared. They just seem very disinterested. He obviously wants to play with them and stuff, but that probably means bite them. But yeah, it's got to kind of happen slowly. You can't really force it. Otherwise it won't go well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a psychology thing, and you've been reading up on books and stuff like that about it, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've read a load of books. We've got we started puppy training this week. Like going to a place because there's nothing worse than I think part of the reason I wouldn't say I don't like dogs. Part of the reason that I've been more leaning towards cats is a lot of the dogs you meet just aren't this might be controversial, aren't particularly nice, aren't well trained, aren't well behaved and stuff. So obviously I'm making very certain that mine is. And I say I am, it's mainly my girlfriend Danielle. She's doing all the training and stuff. But she's very well behaved already on certain things and awful at other things. But yeah, she's getting there.
Brilliant. Okay.
She's a good girl.
Half the
She's
time.
a good girl.
Puppy, whenever I've had puppies, they're just full of energy. They run around and they just literally just fall asleep wherever they are. It's weird.
It's 18 hours a day, which is pretty mental.
Wow. And how big will Maisie get? Is she a big dog, a medium-sized sort of dog?
I think a medium-sized dog. And I think compared to the other puppies in the litter, she was the smallest one. So hopefully like a smaller medium dog.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't
Fingers
know.
crossed is that.
Yeah, I was going to say, be like a bull mastiff or something like that in disguise. But yeah, it's exciting though. Are you kind of warming to Maisie a little bit, or are you just like when she's naughty, it's like you say to your other half, "Your dog's causing a mess" or something like that? You just say it's your fault. It's your dog.
Bit of both. Obviously, it's hard not to love a puppy. They're adorable. They just want to be with you and stuff. And when she's sleepy, she's so lovely. She just wants to kind of cuddle into your face, basically. But then when she's awake, when a lot of the time when she's awake, she's playing and stuff. And then I think it's mainly when she gets tired, she turns into a terror. Yeah. And that's usually when I leave the room.
We adopted a dog about a year and a half ago, and I've never had a dog, and now I've become a complete mush for all dogs. So
yeah.
It's nice. Well, let's go around. Let's find out who's got pets. Jake, have you got a pet? I mean, have you got a pet? I'm not even going to try and think what pet.
There are 100 jokes going through my brain, and none of them are appropriate for YouTube.
They're not. They're all right on Twitch, but they're not right on YouTube.
I have a large collection of Lego duckies, so that's
what's that all about?
I'm hashtag Ducky Gang. I'm not here for the frogs. It's hashtag duckies.
Why?
Because the duckies.
Okay, what rubber?
The yellow duckies.
Yeah, did they come in? Do you get them on Friends and stuff like that, Kerry?
They were on the pab wall not too long ago, so I got a load of them.
Oh, she just scooped them all up, did you?
Oh yeah.
All up. Ollie looks like he's gonna build something, a mock out of ducks or something like that. Now, he probably Ollie might have designed them. But yeah, it's so you're like. So some people will build sort of like they're doing like armies of skeletons or maybe a Lion Knight's castle, figures and stuff like that. You're Ducky Man.
Duckies.
Okay, and do you name them individually, or do you have like squads of them? Is there like SAS ones? What's how do you do it?
Greg, I'm an adult. Like, come on,
with ducks. Yeah. Let me ground you on that thought.
Yeah, I have a lot of duckies, but I'm an adult, Greg. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's a paradox going on here. I can feel it. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost as weird as the last Doctor Who episode I just watched. Anyway, very cool. Oh, your camera stopped moving now. Are you standing up now as well? Yeah. I thought it was on your knees or something then.
No.
And good stuff. All right, so this go Kerry. 2 hours ago, didn't even know you was coming on. Folks, Nicole was going to be on tonight. We've been chatting about it all week, me and Nicole. They're looking forward to it. We're going to do a heart and all this sort of thing. Yeah, no worries. She contacts me from a hotel room in I think she's in Frankfurt or something like that. I don't know. It's Germany. She says, "Am I due to be on tonight?" Based on the conversations, Nicole, we've had this week, yes, which is bizarre because anyway. She's not on tonight. If you're out there, if you're watching this back, Nicole, Hope you're having a lovely evening because it is Christmas. Everyone's getting into their festive parties and stuff like that. So I basically, I didn't even message Kerry. I just phoned her. I just phoned her, and she's like sitting there. So I answered it. She's like, "Ew." You know, did you think at first I was like phoning you by accident or something like that?
Yeah, because you actually video phoned me, and it just happens that today, if you'd have caught me yesterday, I'd have been in pajamas, but I've been out with my mum today. So. Bad
timing on my part.
Mickey Mouse pajamas.
Nice. We'll talk about them later. So enough about Jim Jams then. So you can't. So basically, what got her on tonight, folks? I said, look, I've got a few. Let me say these two for you. She goes, all right, well, who's coming on? I said, well, obviously Chris for a start. He's coming on. All right, I'm interested. And then I said, Ollie's coming on. He said, Ollie who? I said, well, you like Lego ideas, don't you? And she goes, yeah. I said, well, what do you think of Lego ideas designers? They're all right. Well, I've got Ollie Gregory coming on, haven't I? And she's like, all right, then I'll have some of that in a kind of Yorkshire accent.
And then you said Jake Studge, and she was just like,
oh, yeah. I said Jake Studge, and she just put the phone down, just messaged me straight away saying, sold, I'm here, I'm there. Don't worry about it. So that was it. You know, anyway, on that bombshell of a story, how you been, Kerry? You been building loads of Lego?
I have not really. I've built a couple of sets. I built. I've basically got. I got 2 Marvel sets for the first time ever this week. I got little I Am Groot, and I got Grove. Is it Grove 4 or New Asgard? It's to make the tower. So I started collecting bits of the tower, and that was the one that was missing. Where he sat in his kitchen with his belly hanging out.
Oh, but the bro one.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
bro.
It was a gift we purchased, wasn't it? It was like brilliant.
No, it wasn't a gift we purchased.
No.
It was
£27. It was like a corner of a room, wasn't it? That was it.
Yeah. So I built that today. No, yesterday I built that. But other than I really should be building for BRICKTASTIC actually, but I haven't been doing that.
You don't really have an excuse, do you, Kerry? To be fair.
Really. Well, I kind of do. I've kind of picked up a part-time job, so I've got.
Okay.
Job. But I've now got to start looking for a proper job, though. I've given myself until this point where I have to look for a proper job now. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's got to be in the new year, and you're just sort of pottering around, ticking over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see.
Well, I tried to have 2 months off, but I ended up helping out a friend. So yeah.
Yeah, that didn't really last too long, did it? 2 months. It was more like 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much 2 weeks.
Okay.
But now I've just been Christmas shopping this week. Not much really.
Have you built the I Am Groot yet? And
yes.
If you have, well, okay, be very careful what you say. What I'm going to say is, what did you think of it?
I thought it was lovely. It's so cute. I put a Christmas hat on it.
Okay, did you?
Yeah,
do you think the Lego designer should have thought about doing that in the first place, or did you think I'm going to rock it?
I don't know. No, I just put a little Christmas hat on him. I'm not a Lego Christmas hat.
I'm only saying it, Zach Geezer down there, who's doing a pretty good impression of me tonight, other than the moustache, he might have designed that one as well.
Oh, really? So I've got quite a lot of your designs then, to be fair, thinking about it.
I think so, yeah. Looking at the shelf, I'm going through a checklist trying to work out kind of what you've got, but I only got the head for I Am Groot. I had a little model of Groot's head on my desk for a long time, and then Justin, who is a great friend, we worked together on quite a few models.
Ramsden, yeah, this is Justin Ramsden.
Justin Ramsden, yeah, sorry, yeah, a designer in
favorite of mine.
superheroes. Oh yeah, I swooned for him.
No, he is good. God blame it. I thought I gushed about him.
He's all right. He's all right.
I love him to bits. Boy, does he wear some crazy shirts. But
I just need to have a chat about him about that Gringotts sticker, though, to be fair. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That was. We're going there already, are we? Blame the graphic designers. That's all I'm going to say to that.
Put it this way, mine's pink because I tried to doctor it and cut myself whilst I was doing it, and I'm like,
oh no, really?
Yeah, I've got blood in it. Oh, it's awful.
Oh no!
It touched my finger a tiny little bit, and I'm like sticking it on, going, that looks a bit pink. I couldn't figure out why, and then I looked down and I'm like, no,
Kerry, that's hideous. That's got to be the worst customization of that sticker I've heard of.
Not where I thought this was going.
Yeah, that's not
I
what
put
I
my
thought.
life and soul into that build.
Did I build that before you, or did you build it whilst I was building it? I can't remember now. Oh no, I built it from the top down, and you started at the bottom up, didn't you?
Upwards,
yeah. I'm a top. Really strange. Let's go around the panel.
Steady.
Let's have the panel.
Sorry, what was that,
I want to know.
Let's go around the room. Who's a top? Who starts from the top and who starts from the bottom?
When I button up my shirts, I don't button them up. I button down. So I start at the top and work down.
That's
Jake,
a normal thing, isn't it?
no, this might not be. Jake, what do you do? Do you
I start
button
at the
up,
third
button down?
button, then I go to the last.
Honestly. He's a nightmare, isn't he? He's that grey area.
They even connect the bottom hoop with the top part, just to really shake it up.
Oh yeah, I see. You must dress like the third Doctor. What about you, Chris? Are you a button-down man or are you a button-up man?
I don't wear shirts.
I knew you were going to say that.
Correct answer.
Avoid any kind of situation in which I have to wear one. I really don't know them.
Oh, fair enough. What about we go dog training? Everyone wear suits when they do dog training. At least they did where I wear anyway. They really do.
You dog training at Ascot way?
Yeah. Do you know what? I used to have a British bulldog. I kid you not, right? I took him. We had him dog trained as well. Believe it or not. British bulldogs, they're beautiful. Honestly, they're so lovely. They really are. I'm going back a bit here, folks. Right? I took him to one dog show for a laugh. I'm not joking. And he won best in breed. And I had to take him to Birmingham to the dog show that they have there, Crufts. And I was walking around Crufts with him. It was the most bizarre scenario I've ever known. But anyway.
Why am I picturing Greg in like a button-up shirt walking around with a bulldog looking like he's from Peaky Blinders?
I don't know. Yeah. Arthur. But anyway, moving on swiftly. So Chris doesn't wear shirts at all. He just throws on whatever's around, or whatever the dog's not chewed. I start with Dan, actually. Dan's the geezer on the right, wearing the Taifu shirt. Dan, what are you? You're Spanish. I don't know where they do it out there. But anyway, do you button up or button down?
From the middle.
From the middle, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel it. That's the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Depends how I feel that day.
It does. It depends how you feel. All right, fair enough. What about you, Simon? You look like a man of distinction. What do you button up or button down?
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Oh, I like that. Yeah, man after my own heart. Like that. What about you, Kerry? Are you top to bottom or are you bottom to top?
Like they say, I kind of start in the middle because I wear blouses and we don't put on the tops. So I kind of start there and go down, I think. Yeah.
All right.
I've got another question for you, though, with regards to clothing, just before you finish this. So,
all right.
It's a bit of an ick, but I noticed my hubby doing something really
weird.
Oh,
is this going to be worse than you bleeding all over Gringotts? Because that's the most bizarre story I've heard this week. It really is.
No, it's not.
If someone had said to me they're going to make a Lego Polaroid camera, I would have said, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But no. Bleeding over Gringotts and thinking, that's looking a bit pink. That's the story of the week here, folks. That's the headline. So sorry, what's your thing then? What's the icky thing from you?
We have a thing here where we don't very often wear socks because we're not a sock house. We have bare feet.
The north of England, everyone.
In the house, it's bare feet.
I wear socks in bed.
Sometimes I wear socks in bed, but generally in the house, you get into the house, socks and shoes come off, and it's just bare feet around the house.
Learning a lot about you today, Kerry.
Yes, there's too much information. I'm having a bit of an overload here. Come on. All right.
When we go out, I will put my socks on and put my shoes on. My hubby will put one sock on and then one shoe.
Okay, that's
and it's
really
weird.
It is weird.
So
has he ever been caught short? Has the Amazon man ever arrived and he's gone, and he's had to walk around in just one shoe and sock?
Probably, but this is the thing. So at one point he has a bare foot and a shoed foot, and I think that's weird, and he thinks it's hilarious when I just look at him as if to say, "What are you doing?" So it's him that's weird, isn't it? Not me. So that's bizarre.
I'm gonna sort of the camp here of all of that sentence was weird.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's bizarre things you learn. Maybe it's because he's into fishing. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a carp fisherman, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He's one of those. Okay, fair enough.
A bit weird.
Ollie, over to you. Are you start at the top, man? Go to the bottom, or are you bottom to top?
Bottom to top.
Always bottom to
It's,
top.
it's so you compare the bottom, so you know it's nice and clean and nice and it's the right length, and you go right up. I've done it a few times where you do it at the top, and then you kind of get them a bit wrong. You know, you tie you connect the collar to the to the shirt, and then it's a mess. But I get dressed in the dark. So.
You get dressed in the dark, yeah. I mean, your days over in Denmark, that must only be about 3 hours long, aren't they?
It's about. I went to work today in the dark, and I got back in the dark. Yeah.
Do you allowed to go out for lunch like in the daylight?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. We had breakfast when the sun came up. Yeah.
Honestly, I'll message Plum. Is that your dog, Chris? He's got Macy's got a deep voice.
No, that's my dog.
I'm joking, Mary. I'm joking. Okay, cool. Actually, Meredith, while we're talking to you, then don't worry about the dog. That's just life. That is. Hold on a minute. Where's the cameras going with it? Oh, we're zooming in. Oh, he's back. Hold on a minute. Meredith, back to you quickly. What's Meredith? Do you top to bottom or bottom to top when you're buttoning up stuff?
It's like Harry said, women start like 2/3 down because that's where women's blouses don't really button them all the way to the top. So middle down.
Okay, I see. All right. You don't know about
women's things. To the bottom, and it's been not correct. So I have to start again.
I love that. I love that. You get to the bottom and it's not correct. Okay. Again, I want to go at different angles with that. Andrew, you wear the most strangest of, as we say in London, clobber.
Sure.
How did you put that top on? Did you button up or did you button down or did
this top? It's a jumper.
Oh, okay. All right. Isn't my buttons behind you? I don't know. So what are you? You're a man of distinction, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I started about 3/4 from the top down, and then I do the last couple buttons up.
Greg, you laughed at me. Greg. Nearly everyone has been like, yeah,
I don't think so.
Everyone.
I'd say as a theme to these answers, I'd say the people that start in the middle were generally wearing blouses, Jake. So
I heard that too. I was a little reluctant to say it. I'm like, oh no. That's it is what it is. I started. The worst part though is when they don't line up.
I mean, okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Have we been round to everybody now? I can't. We've been just chatting for an hour already. Kerry's been telling us that she's just sort of sitting at home procrastinating for days and days on end, and she's got. I mean, Carrie does a part-time job. I think she works like half an hour a day or something like that. I mean, is that even part-time? Would you even want to get paid for doing that?
I worked 24 hours this week.
You worked 24 hours. Okay, well done. Good stuff. Curious. Ollie, what are you building there? Are you building like don't show us nothing we're not allowed to see, Ollie. Is that what is it? What is it you got there, Ollie?
I'm doing Build to Give.
I'm doing Build to Give. Build to Give.
Nice.
It looks like it's going to be a bit bigger than this.
It's Duplo. It's
it's Duplo. Do you know what? I got to be honest, right? I know next year in February we're doing a February Fab Friends. I think Dan's called it live stream. We're going to be building Friends set. I'm going to throw it out there, right? I think we should do a Duplo live stream. I've never seen a live stream where AFLs build Duplo. Because I tell you, right, some of those figures, they've got some Marvel figures in Duplo, and they're actually pretty good. They're really good. What do you think of them, Molly?
The first, I think Duplo was the first time we did Electro, kind of classic comic Electro.
Yeah.
That was one where it was kind of like I was really surprised that Duplo did it before we had minifigure Electro from Spider-Man. But I love it. I was fortunate enough to work on the first Jurassic World SKUs. It's bringing back loads of dinosaurs and things, and it was, I think, I have it in the brick list. It's like the 4th or 5th depiction of Chris Pratt we've done as a Lego character.
I bet he's isn't he? He's got so many characters in his name.
He has.
Oh, okay, yeah, T-Rex Tower. Was it that one?
It was both of them actually. It's that, and then what's the other one called? It's Playground, Dino Kid Playground.
At what point do you just start naming them Chris Pratt in?
Yeah, Chris. Why don't we have a Chris Pratt theme in Lego, Ollie? Just throwing it out there.
Well, we had the Lego movie.
That's true. That's true.
Was he in the Lego movie as well?
Yeah, he's in there.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So he must just have them all lined up at home. I would. If that was
He must just earn money just from that, from being. Does he get like 1% of every minifigure sold or something like that of him? That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? It'd be really, really good. I'd love to have that. Actually, does anyone know? Again, question to the panel. Just throw it out there. But I'm just throwing the sauce all around everyone tonight. I want to know what film stars had the most minifigures made of them. Would that? Is it Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, he's Chris Pratt. Is it? Okay. I was going to say we had a few.
Well, surely Daniel Radcliff.
Yeah, you've got a lot of him.
He's only got one character though, whereas Chris Pratt's got.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
he's
Warwick
also
Davis as well.
Samuel Jackson. We've had a few of him, haven't we?
No, but he's only got one character of him there.
Two.
No,
What I find interesting is, minifigures of people of themselves who are still alive, like the Jane Goodall tribute. She's obviously alive. They did the Germany football team a few years ago.
Yeah, good shout.
I don't really know of many others.
The geezer out of Avengers. They did. Lego did the Avengers Tower, and they threw in the film director.
Chris Fahey.
Yeah, Fahey. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, him. That's new. He come. No, his cap came in the gift we purchased. The yellow cab. But yeah, that was just bizarre. I think wasn't there? I'm trying to think. Was there Steven Spielberg ever done as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's the Studios. I think it was called.
Yeah. Was that him, or was that based on him?
Yeah, so it was endorsed by Steven Spielberg. This correct me if I'm wrong. It was endorsed by Steven Spielberg, but I think the character is just called the director, and shares a casting resemblance to Steven Spielberg. I'm sure it was approved and signed off by the okayed it, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing, and also as well. Then, so talking about men's attire and stuff like that, I have noticed one thing about a lot of your sets that you do, Chris, or rather, I should say, Ollie, is a lot of your characters that you have in your Lego sets, because you've done the Up House. I think he's got one as well, but you do seem to like moustaches in your sets, like the A-frame cabin. He's got the moustache in there. You got the sort of for the Orient Express. You've got it was a bit of a. I know that was a bit of a thing for Thomas, but then Thomas he's got a proper pyro style moustache, hasn't he? Like, and yeah, it was that is a thing. What's the thing with the tash? Because you're making the tash look good. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. The character that's in the A-frame cabin, he's one that actually, I think Lego City use him a lot as kind of like the dad. So he's appeared in a lot of the sets, kind of as kind of like the wholesome dad that has the. There was a kind of, I think it's some like community like minifigure packs, and they're kind of like as the different versions came out year after year, kind of like you saw that family kind of grow, and that was quite cool.
Like the camper.
The camper, yeah, and then they started appearing in the community packs, and then he plays everywhere. Because I mean I love that head. It's great. It's got two fantastic expressions. And when we have a head like that, it's great for storytelling on kind of like all the packaging and the lifestyle photos as well. And like even when we kind of occasionally do kind of animations, like the A-frame cabin had a really cool kind of like I think it was like 2-hour kind of long form kind of relaxation animation that was like really cool.
It did,
yeah. And so it's great for those kind of instances. But, we can't always do it, but actually kind of like a great example was with Thomas, where we had that head, and it was only one-sided, and we kind of really wanted to use that hat because it kind of evokes kind of like the old-fashioned kind of film director, sorry. And so everything kind of worked out, and that's kind of like another thing is like trying to find heads that match hair and kind of you can create characters with is a tough one. So I actually think that all of the heads in the A-frame cabin have alternative expressions. So you kind of the idea with those characters was to mix and match. You can mix and match them. So actually, kind of in all the packaging photos, there's different combinations of all the torsos and the legs and the heads and hair. So you can kind of make it the kind of the experience that you want to kind of it's a kind of that finishing touch. You kind of customize it to make it your own, really.
Yeah, which is kind of like a big thing that Lego is all about. Should we take a look at it? We're here, we're talking about it. Let's add a little bit to the description of it. This is it here, folks. I'll pop us all down here. That's it. There we are. Now, we are fans of this set, Ollie. We are fans of this set. There's always one thing. There's one thing about it that's always a bit like, oh, yeah, that we can't like everything, Ollie. We can't like everything, but we do. Like I say, we do on the whole like this set. What the funny thing with this set, and I've heard Justin even talk about this as well, and that's the trees. That was the trees. Some people think they're a bit spindly. Some people think they should have been a bit more fluffy, but. What was your thing with these? What I mean, are they expensive to make? Because that was the thing that we just sort of come to the conclusion is they must be really expensive to make.
Yeah, that was kind of the headline. Really, was the fact that when we took Andreas's submission, had some amazing kind of really tall, amazing kind of pine trees, and. Yeah, they looked amazing, and they kind of dwarfed the model, his original submission. So when we were scaling down the A-frame cabin to kind of make it kind of a 360 kind of, because it has a back to it, whereas his submission was kind of like open backed. The trees then started kind of look very kind of over imposing. So we kind of scaled them down, but they still kind of they soak up a lot of the elements, and the were kind of like reduce the piece count right down, because they were kind of like big large pieces, but they also individually they're kind of quite expensive pieces. So we kind of went with this direction of kind of doing the smaller trees, and this was kind of in development at the same time as Rivendell. So we actually kind of had a big building boost where we just built loads of different types of trees, and then kind of worked out kind of like what works best in Rivendell, what works best in here. And also like we also had discussions about kind of the pine trees also evoking too much kind of the alpine kind of landscape, and we kind of wanted to make it a little bit kind of more kind of generic, really. So it could be it's more seasonal. So that's why we've kind of done the 3 different types of trees, is so you can kind of if you have those extra pieces from like the tree house or something, you can kind of like embellish it there. But you can also kind of there's a seasonal thing going on, whereas what we were kind of exploring with like the alpine thing was like maybe doing snow, but then the snow was just also kind of driving the price and the piece count up kind of by a large amount, but also kind of not it's something that we couldn't then communicate kind of well on the box. So we kind of felt that kind of this was the direction, and it was, as with all Lego idea sets, it's kind of a real amazing partnership with the fan designer to kind of like take them on that journey and kind of explore these alternatives, and kind of like we showed Andrea the process we went through, and he was kind of like he signed off it. He signed off on it, and he kind of gave it up.
And is it? Can they be quite different? Like, I mean, obviously people are different, but are some of them like very hands-on, and other ones are like, just do what you like, or call me every week, call me once a month, that sort of thing.
So I mean, it is. This is why I kind of like I was moving to, or I've always tried to move to Lego Ideas, is because I love it. I love the principle and the platform so much. I was there back when it was like a Kuso kind of submitting projects, and so kind of I've made that transition from kind of like fan submitter to now kind of to model designer, which has been an amazing kind of peek behind the curtain. But the partnership is completely unique, and we for each set, and we kind of established that from the outset. It's kind of like we we have these amazing kind of calls where we kind of reveal that with this is going to be the next model we're going to make, and we've actually chosen your submission. And then from there, we kind of have kind of that dialogue starts about how they want to kind of be involved. Sometimes they are quite hands off. They don't really want to see behind the curtain. They want to kind of see what we come with, and then kind of they approve that. Other people kind of have kind of requests and kind of things they want to see, and then we kind of work towards those briefs as well. And then we also, when we have another IP partner, we also have to involve them, and so there is a kind of a discussion or a kind of change in the relationship dynamic, because obviously we can't do something that the fan designer would really like to see, but is kind of against the brand principles of whatever the IP is. They kind of have more control over kind of what they're creating and kind of what they have ownership on.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go for it, yeah, please.
Yeah. Is Ideas going to start maybe pushing to less IP? It just seems like there's an explosion. Like anytime something's popular in pop culture, it's like it's going to be on Lego Ideas like within a week. So I didn't know maybe if they were trying to. To me, I like the Lego Idea sets that are like truly like unique, like the A-Fray cabin, that are just out of somebody's head versus like 20 Taylor. Not to say I don't like Taylor Swift, but like the 20 Taylor Swift love houses, I think that are on Lego Ideas right now. It's
yeah, I mean, it ebbs and flows. It really depends on what's on the platform, what kind of inspires kind of our kind of stakeholder team and us. But also, like, Lego Ideas is about doing kind of new things, and we always kind of say we're trying to do the things that no one else will do. To kind of, it's almost like an internal pitch where we kind of go, hey, like here's Lego Friends, the TV series. What do we think? And then kind of like Icons will kind of look at it and go, oh, actually, this is really cool. There's more in this world and things. And so yeah, and that's kind of like been that's what Lego Ideas has been since day one, especially when it comes to IP. So like Minecraft was a Lego Ideas initially. Lego Sonic was one. So it's kind of like it's a bit of a Dragon's Den where we kind of we make the model, we kind of show it to the rest of the organization and kind of see what we can do. But it's also kind of about different types of people as well. So like the BTS set is for a completely different audience than something like the Typewriter or the Globe or like the Train, for example. And so it's kind of also like hitting that balance between kind of the different kind of demographics, and sometimes the IP discussion is kind of maybe kind of left of field, and we kind of like decide on a project with and then kind of like realize there's an IP, or kind of like we have to do some things to change it to make it different.
I don't envy you in all those decisions.
Yeah. Well, it's fantastic. So it's like, whereas like when I worked in Disney, it was very much about having an amazing partnership with the one IP partner, and it was kind of, you got to know the people inside out, and you kind of like you have this real amazing dynamic. Whereas Ideas are so much different because we are always looking to work with new people. It's always the kind of, I mean, Polaroid is a great example where like we started this dialogue, and like they were really eager to work with us, and we were really eager to work with them, and then we kind of have to show them kind of the Lego way of working and the kind of what we do, what we can't do, and all those kind of things. And so actually just bringing people on that journey is an amazing part of being part of the Lego Ideas team.
I'm gonna be quiet after this, but I have to say the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night, that was my favorite set of last year, and it's beautiful in the techniques on some of the getting the angles on the clouds that are in the background, in the tree out front. Chef's kiss.
So that was so for the overwhelming majority of Lego Ideas sets, we try to get Lego designers who are really passionate about the project. So if they are I mean, I just happened to be on the project at the time, but like for me, kind of like trains is my big kind of like the thing I love about Lego, and I love it because in general. And so it was like amazing to be able to kind of work on that. But then we get designers from all different projects come and join us as kind of guest designers to kind of if they have a real passion for anything, really, anything on the platform. It's what's amazing is because we can see what's kind of coming and what's going to be there, kind of potentially reaching 10,000 and kind of what we can do. You start kind of having designers kind of like coming around the area and kind of questioning, kind of like, oh, I see there's this project or this project I actually really love. Let me show you my tattoos of all these. You know, I mean, the Sesame Street was a great example where it was just like, it was kind of like an internal flex of trying to find who was like the biggest kind of Muppet head, really. And so we got this. Yeah. So that was one where I was pitching to Sam, our creative lead at the time, just kind of like, yeah, praying.
You must have loved it when they showed you the molds of the minifigures of those like Big Bird and stuff like that. You must have thought this is just going to be a winner through just using these figures alone.
And that one especially was such a. I mean, I think that still kind of sits kind of on the top of my kind of like what I've achieved and kind of what I love, what projects I've loved to work on. That one was sharing the kind of the Lego journey with Sesame Street Workshop, who are kind of like, I adore kind of like what they do. It was the first project first Lego Ideas project to have new molds as well. So actually that was one of the kind of caveats, was we will only do Lego Sesame Street if we can have new molds, because we can't. We kind of explored it a little bit with minifigure heads, and the original fan submission also had Ivan's original submission also had minifigure heads, but it was kind of like it was a little bit kind of against what kind of Sesame Street Workshop was about. And so so when actually Sam said, because I'm a big Lego Ideas fan, so I kind of knew kind of like, oh, this can't happen, this won't happen. So when actually Sam said like, actually we're going to do it, I was like, it was a little bit kind of a heart palpitations, where it was like, oh wow, we're getting Muppet minifigures. That's amazing.
That is pretty good. I mean, that is it. And like I said, I think Van Gogh was the best minifigure of last year for sure. Arguably, anyway, there were some crackers last year, some bangers, as we like to say on here. Big Bird did it for me, I think, the year before that. It was, and yeah, it's just pretty damn cool. It's really good. Let's have a quick look at the Polaroid camera, and then I want to speak to two Gay Folds as well, and then we'll look at some pictures. There's Pete's been sending us pictures while we've been live as well. So Polaroid camera. This is a bit of a strange one. This is kind of, for me, this is in the realms of almost kind of like Lego realistic things like the typewriter and stuff like that. It's quite an odd one, an interesting one. Ollie, let's start with you. Kick this out, only because I think you're kind of in and around this sort of area, and
yeah. So this was made by James, an amazing designer who's worked on. He did the BTS set, and he's done Hocus Pocus. And so this was kind of, I think, the one after Hocus Pocus he worked on. And yeah, he's a true kind of I think 90s 2000 kid, so he absolutely loved this. Yeah, and this is, again, like, I think this is core Lego Ideas. This is something which is so left of field and so kind of unexpected, and it is the kind of only thing that, unless there was a fan submission that sold it internally,
it would never be made. Yeah, it would never be made.
If we considered it. And yeah, it fits that niche of all that the thing of like the typewriter, and actually James worked on typewriter as well, so like you kind of know the mechanisms inside are pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, actually I think he's in that lifestyle photo. I think he's the guy.
Is this him?
No, actually he is in this. He is one of the very rare designers that has been part of lifestyle shoot. Maybe it's a bit further down on the page, but that was very weird seeing that, because he kept that secret from everybody.
I don't think there's any others in there, unless he was he in the video, or they've just not released it yet.
I think they might, yeah, it might be coming, but no, but actually he's in one of the Polaroids in the background there.
Okay, fair enough. I see. That's a good one to be. in.
But yeah, it's a real kind of. I mean, it's 1-to-1. We got sent this version of the camera by Polaroid, and you put them next to each other. And apart from like the studs, where we had this dialogue with Polaroid about actually kind of having studs on the model, because it was kind of like we had a version where it was so clean. It was actually kind of like we both agreed that actually you want to see studs. You want to be able to kind of see.
I agree.
I
want to see stuff Lego-fied. I don't need it to be hyper realistic. I want to see. It's like I want to see Lego's interpretation. It's sometimes when people say that about minifigures, and they're like, "Oh, it could do with this, it could do with that," and it's like, well, it's an interpretation in Lego. I don't want it to be hyper realistic. Otherwise, like it's a bit like Star Wars minifigures. If I want it to be hyper realistic, and I do this anyway, I'll buy the Hasbro Black Series stuff. But I want it to be kind of close, pretty close with the Lego stuff, nonetheless, and certain aspects to be absolutely spot on.
But just one more thing about this model, which you can't kind of see in any photo, is like the audio feedback you get from it, because it is the mechanism inside is mechanical, and that was one of the things that James really worked on, was getting that kind of clunk. So I think you actually see it in
that's cool.
There's a launch trailer or something. That's a teaser for it.
It's a really good video. I've seen the video. I don't know if this has got it. We can play it. Obviously, I've got to turn the sound down. Otherwise, I get struck down by Lego. And it'll be Lego Latvia or something like that. What's all that about? It'd be bizarre. It wouldn't be like Lego, or is it like everyone where everyone shops or something like that? It's like no, it's Lego Latvia does it to me. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll be really quick. There we go. So it's running around. Okay.
But yeah, it has that when you feed the camera in, and when you actually press the red button down, it makes this kind of awesome clunk, and then as you pull it out, it makes a kind of really awesome noise as well. It's quite an achievement for something that had to also kind of the front latch also has to come down as well. Like it was real. Yeah, it was a real amazing thing for him to work on. I think to get it to work.
That another video looks amazing.
It's quite fun, isn't it? But they've done another video, another live where a horse is coming along, and Lego make a complete joke about the fact that you will never catch a moment with it, even though he's got a horse with its tongue hanging out. Like it looked like a beautiful moment. It looked like something from the Black Horse adverts, and then it sticks his tongue out, and you get a photograph of it. And Lego just basically makes fun of its own product in that respect, which is kind of quite cool. This is quite a decent video. I mean, they're not down in some sort of the World War III bunker for a start. Just throw that one out there. It's so realistic. It's so realistic. If you close in on this image here, you'll see mold around the window. What's all that about? So it's a real proper house, which is kind of nice. But I mean, Polaroid.
It's one of the strange perks of being a designer is you also what we call we also become toy doctors for the models we work on as well. So the toy doctor's job is basically like a makeup artist for the model. So we have to do these. We have to kind of go to this location and kind of make sure the model's kind of dust free. It's built properly. It's kind of like we're showing the things we want to show. If it's got any functions, we have to show that to the actors that are there and all those kind of things. So it is a strange perk. So actually, that was one of for the Orient Express. I got to go on the Orient Express in Rouen with Francis Bourgeois as well, which was another kind of very bizarre thing.
That's cool.
Oh, you said with Francis, yeah. Oh,
that's cool.
What's he like? Did you both have like your little scarves that you wear? Because you wear the same scarf as him. It's sort of like a sort of London Transport chair.
I did have it. I have actually an amazing photo that that day I was wearing like a big kind of like overcoat that has striped overcoat that has big pockets, because you need things like brushes, glues, knives, all that kind of stuff to kind of turn around models really fast.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to ask what sets you're actually working on now that are in production?
Yeah, I had this amazing photo. I have this amazing photo of us both wearing this blue striped. He's wearing his pajamas. I'm wearing this kind of trench coat kind of thing, and it's just like it's the same stripe pattern as well. It's a very, very interesting photo. I should probably share it one day.
Very cool.
But yeah, that was because he was one like I was a huge fan of him like during lockdown, like seeing him out back in the UK, and also kind of he's a nice kind of window back to kind of like UK trains and that kind of environment. So to then kind of the idea was floated initially that kind of like, oh, we could work with him, like we could do like we're looking for someone who's kind of like in this space, and I suggested him kind of like very like like this guy. He's like, yeah, we never get him, but like he's this guy. Like I've followed him for a while, and then kind of having our marketing person come back and go, he's really cool. He's really authentic and awesome.
Oh yeah.
And,
he's a big deal. He's the real deal. He really is. It's like because I've had people in Australia say, "Is he some sort of celebrity over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's really big. He's massive." And Andrew, what have you got there that you want to show?
Oh no, my wife, she's a wedding photographer, videographer, and she's gotten back into vintage cameras. So I have one of her Polaroid cameras here. I was gonna wait till a moment so we could see everyone better, but I was gonna snap a picture with a Polaroid camera here. It's not the same one. As
no, we'll do that. Okay, say we'll have a proper Polaroid moment. Well, that's the first time in a long time. Oh, cool. I got to ask as well. He's a dapper man for his age as well. This is, I like it.
Yeah, so I think so. You get these amazing stories about these kind of these actors and these kind of these talent that kind of work. He I think won like the Danish version of Survivor one year or like something. Like you hear these amazing things that they do where like they're kind of like
really that's very random
things and adverts and things. So yeah, he's this guy I really forget his name.
Something tells me the Danish version of Survivor is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
But like there was I think it was last week. A colleague came back from a lifestyle shoot, and there was one of the actors there was in was one of the professional dancers in Dancing on the Stars, and or like the Danish version or the Slovenian version or something like that. It was like it's amazing once you start kind of hearing these stories.
It's really cool. It's just so weird how people from such different backgrounds come together for obviously they get paid for it and stuff like that, but it is kind of for Lego. It's kind of weird.
It'll be amazing to see like someone try and do that kind of like that kind of detective map of just like pinning kind of like where people are from and what they're doing and kind of like what they've been up to and how many models they've done and because we do.
Where are they now?
Exactly.
The Illuminati of Lego. I know Stuart does it. The Stuart Harris from Lego House, because he's done it on the Pirates map. He's got where he's partner there kind of lives, and he's got like a dotted line going back to how he gets there from the UK by boat. So that's quite cool. That's one
of the joys of being a designer also is you get to put loads and loads of Easter eggs and models.
Oh yeah, no, I know you love the detail on things like that. I remember Justin say that once as well. All right, so let's go. Something I've been asked and dying to ask is Kerry. Kerry, you collect these Lego idea sets no matter what. You don't no matter what it is. I mean, we had Tiago on once, and I kind of alluded to the fact that I didn't have the ship in the bottle, and he was quite devastated by it. And he really was. He's such a diva, but no, I love him to bits. But Kerry, do you ever think they come out with a set and you think, oh God, I gotta get that because
the BTS one.
I was going to say, what have you got there, Jake? What have you got there? What's that?
It's the bit from the BTS set.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I've not made it yet.
It's their logo.
Oh, okay. Is that the BTS logo? Oh,
and there was kind of the same with the Office one as well until I watched the Office, and I love it so much. It's hilarious.
I've got to start watching it. I feel like I've watched the Office over the last 2 years via Instagram. I really do.
I've not watched the UK version, but I started watching the American version. I was watching the first 2 episodes. It's like, this is stupid. And then I just got into it, and I binged it.
Bloody American humor.
It's ridiculous. But then, I loved it so much.
I got lucky, and Oscar's head was on Pab, was on the online Pab, and I love him, so I picked up 3 Oscar heads.
Did you? It's like an olive that you'd never want to eat, isn't it?
So I can put him in my mocks as Easter eggs.
Oh,
a fun fact about that is that when I was developing the model, I had this kind of internal goal of putting every Lego color in that model, because like Sesame Street is all about color and about kind of celebration and vibes, really. Kind of went through the entire process, and we finished the model and got done. And then I was building the first production copy, which kind of we as Lego designers we get the first production batch to kind of look and see if there's any kind of like last minute issues we need to correct or anything. And I was kind of lining all the pieces out and trying to work out kind of like, well, where's this one and where's this one, and the only one that was missing was spring green. There's no, I don't believe there's any spring green on the model, and that's because during development, Oscar the Grouch was his head was spring green because it was used from like a previous troll set or something. So we just had it as a placeholder, and I actually I kicked myself so hard because it was like you look at the development model and just kind of you just see it's all there, and then it was like, oh no. So it was there is every Lego color that existed at the time except for the spring green, the
21304, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Now, so let's. I tell you what. Right. We'll come back to looking at that in a minute. Let's make everyone a little bit bigger, shall we? I know I'm going to be a bit bigger in a couple of weeks, folks. Especially about the turkey I've got to eat. I tell you, it's a nightmare. Two gay AFOs, Simon and Dan. Right. I'm intrigued to know what is. I'm not going to ask you what your favourite theme is. But what's your favourite theme? No, seriously, that's like me asking Chris that, because I want to ask Chris about this friend set that he's got recently that I really want, and he's just built like multiple flats out of it, like a massive block of flats. It's one of the best shots I've seen this year by a mile. But two gay folks, what would I come and watch you for? Because no one's got no idea what they ever come to me for, because I just build whatever I kind of like, to be honest.
We've only just started talking about Lego. What else were we talking about before this?
I know. Male grooming, wasn't it?
It was something Polari sounding, that's for sure.
Exactly. Anyway, we've done the Polaroid camera. Two gay folks. What would I mean, I'm getting a sense, maybe some city and space and definitely Disney. But what's maybe even roses? Who knows? But tell us a little bit about what you guys have just got into land, right? You're the newbies. You're shiny and new, and obviously you're there because you're two gay folks. You're Simon and Dan. What are we gonna expect from you in 2024? Which I don't want to make you nervous, but it's in like 16 days. We're on countdown. So tell us a little bit about what we are going to expect from you guys in the coming months.
Even more Lego.
Good.
The one that we will get from LAN and the one that we will get ourselves. But yeah, like our favorite themes for me is all the cartoony themes, like Lego movie, Batman movie, Disney, elves, anything that is like color. I mean, all the renders that I do on studio, I change the colors of the minifigs or the sets, and I make them even more colorful, or colors that don't exist. So the ones I've just done is the holiday habitats that they're starting tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So the space one that I've done a coral color space minifigure. So for me, it's all about the colors. And for Simon,
I think for both of us, it's a bit of everything, really.
Yeah. You're more classic.
I'm more classic. I'm always going back in time.
Oh yeah.
Castles, space, pirates.
The
So it's been really good the last year with all the old stuff coming back. Yes, that book. Yes, that's something we really want to get.
It's good. It's good mag, this, folks. It really is. It's a Blocks magazine edition, part of RFLM, of course. And well, anyway, we might have a little competition about this in the coming week or two. So stay tuned. Good segue. Good segue, Simon. So one of you likes the classic stuff, and one of you likes the sort of more colourful stuff. So what does that mean? Is that Are we talking Lego Friends here? Are we talking Dreams? Because Dreams is a big thing at the minute.
We love Dreams. We love Monkey Key, which is quite colorful as well.
But I think we have a bit of everything, don't we?
We've got a bit of
we
everything.
stray into Star Wars, Harry Potter, Ninjago.
I think we've got everything except Technic.
I think we've even got Duplo.
Really?
I know, not as much as I would. He always refuses to get Duplo. He said, no, we cannot go into the Duplo. That's going to be like even more boxes. But I do want the Disney castle in Duplo.
Do you? Well, actually, no, I've seen it. I'm saying, do you? It's actually really good. Maybe we'll have a look at some Duplo stuff in a minute. But yeah, I know. Okay, so we've got some interesting stuff coming. We've got some space stuff coming for you. I know I'm definitely going to be getting a couple of those space sets. One of them's called Interstellar Spaceship. Shit. Come on, that's it. Leverage it. Show us it. Oh, hello.
Which one is it?
It was the box.
This one.
Don't be nervous. Have you got the little spaceship one? Have you got the little spaceship one? Just show us what you got. We got a camera there as well. We got another camera.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed to show us that. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, this
there
one.
we go. So what's the idea between Ollie? What's all that about? In the timing, why have we got a 3-in-1 camera and a Polaroid as well?
I think it's just one of those happy accidents. It's
good timing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a model that I think has been the development time for creator models are a little bit longer, just because you need to make three models that are kind of like equally. They have to go through the same process that a traditional model would go through once. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was kind of in development, but also like we make so many models now, and there's so many designers. It's quite hard to kind of keep an eye on what else everyone else is making, really. So actually, kind of it is very cool sometimes to see official announcements of kind of like the Lego Friends stuff. I know it's like they are as far away as possible in the building. Then we're on kind of like we're opposite ends of the building, so it's quite hard to go and kind of see what they're working on. So actually, kind of getting to see it kind of like all finished, and like those Lego Friends this year has just been on absolute fire. Like
I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, that again, that's a nice little segue for showing off something that Chris did recently with Lego Friends, which was he was building. If I can just get it up in time, I think I've got it. There we go. He did something rather remarkable with this. Now, I've seen this set in the flesh, and this is a good set. And I reckon this would be a good one to modularize as well. Put it in a city like you do. This is Heart Lake City Community Centre, £129.99 for 1,513 pieces. That's pretty good going for you piece counters out there. Chris, tell us a little bit about this short. Was it just a short, or did you take a full-blown video and just make it a short? Because that was a pretty incredible video. Not that I want to give too much away, because I think he said he's just come out, but it is a short, so you never quite know where they're going to go. But anyway, tell us a little bit about this adventure you had recently with this particular set.
So I bought 10 of them and combined them and basically stacked them floor by floor to see how high I could go before it falls over. And I got to 26.
26?
Yeah.
Dude, 26.
And out of them, when they fell, out of the ones that fell, 16 survived, like 16 floors survived. So, and I didn't get around to even stacking 14 on top. So I've got 30 still intact, which is pretty good. So I can still have a pretty tall tower, which hopefully I'll try and strengthen a bit. But aside from anything, it's got some really good parts in there as well.
Let's have a look.
A bit more. It's got some really cool.
I can't believe I haven't actually looked at this yet. I'm pretty sure we haven't looked at this. This is where I could do with Minard being on, because he's a massive Friends expert. But this could be a modular from a distance. I know it's a bit flamboyant in color, but that's Friends for you. It is, and it's dare I say it, and this isn't a dig, Ollie. It's got a decent tree as well. There's some foliage going on there, Ollie. I've never say that to a designer before, but.
Leave the man's trees alone, Greg. Leave his trees alone.
What can I say?
They're beautiful trees. Let them bloom.
yeah, maybe that's the thing. So, Chris, tell us, why did you pick this set? And the ones that you didn't actually use because you didn't get that high, are you going to take that back to Lego, or are you going to actually make some crazy rainbow tower out of it?
Well, I built all 40 floors, so I can't return them or anything. But they're all pieces.
You say you bought them by accident or something like
yeah,
that?
I built them by
Take them back.
Like
Say that they're broken.
Yeah. But yeah, I originally had the idea with the Daily Bugle, but it's a really dull, boring set, kind of grey. And I like this because it's a lot more. Well, it's just very, very colourful. A lot cheaper as well, so it's kind of easier to get 10 of them. And yeah, I'm. You say like a full length video. I'm working on another video, building 100 Lego buildings. So this is obviously one of them, and I just kind of stack them in that as well. But that's more usually a lot of people make shorts from the video, but more this has been the short idea was first, and I thought if I'm getting them, I might as well use them in the video. So yeah.
Yeah. Is that the Heart Lake community kitchen behind you?
Yes, that's the one. That's the ground floor. Where is it?
Are you going to put that on the ground floor then? Or
I demonstrate that in the video, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It was in there? Okay. I might have missed that part.
No, it wasn't in the actual one because I didn't want to destroying it.
Oh, sorry.
Because I only have one of them.
Cool.
But yeah, I completely agree. The friend sets this year are incredible.
Yeah, they are. Sorry, Kerry, what was you saying?
How tall was it when you got to 26 levels? Was it higher than you? Or?
Yeah, a lot higher than a good bit higher than me. I'll Google it quickly. So
because Chris,
4 of them were 35 centimeters. Let's see, 35 divided by 4.
He loves his stats. He loves his stats, folks.
So it was 2.27 meters.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So within COVID regulations, then.
Stacking it, or...
What was that? Sorry.
Did you stand on a chair when you were stacking it, or did you just reach up to stack it?
I had
stairs. Yeah,
he
did it on my stairs, didn't you?
That's the tallest point in my house. And I had a little ladder. And when I put the top one on, rather than just kind of crumbling, I could feel in my hand that as soon as I let go, it was going to fall. So I managed to kind of stand back so I wouldn't ruin the shot as much. And then it just fell into my wall perfectly intact.
No, and the mirror as well. I thought the mirror's going to go. The mirror's going to go.
Yeah, so I had to destroy it in another way. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can't. What did you throw at it? Actually, I was trying to. I couldn't see.
I threw 2 remaining floors.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, it was a really good idea, Chris. I loved it, and would you recommend this set to get? Because
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be doing a friend's stream. We got some cool friend stuff coming up. I think the absolute humdinger of one of the best sets of 2023. I think this is what
I just want to say. I think it's the best set of 2023.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Ollie, Lego friends surpassed themselves with this one. This is one of the best ones. I'm saying one of the best ones. I haven't really thought about my top 10 of the year. This is going to be in there without a doubt. Again, it's got a really nice tree. That is a key feature of any good Lego set. I'm just throwing that one out there. But this is a fabulous set. Chris, why is this for you the best set of 2023?
The kind of plant builds. So you've got like saxophones for the plants there. You've got broom handle. You've got minifigure shoulder pads. You've got Mohican. You've got frogs. You got like there's a pumpkin and an egg for a cactus. The pond's really cool, and it's just very. It reminds me of like the glass house at Kew Gardens. If it I'm almost a bit disappointed it's not a modular. And that it comes with mini dolls. If it was minifigures, it would be a solid 10 out of 10.
I like mini dolls.
We need more sets. We need mini dolls in like idea sets, Star Wars sets, Marvel sets. We need them everywhere.
My daughter will not play with minifigs anymore.
Why?
She finds the mini dolls, and I know, we have the Lego designer here. Somebody or Lego posted some article about when they developed Friends, they had all these play groups, and the girls wanted more realistic or looking instead of blocky figs, they wanted something that was not as blocky. But no, she likes the expressions. She loves anime, and she finds the bigger eyes has that anime vibe on it. She likes that, you know, you can put stuff in their hair a lot of times. And she likes the fact that a lot of her friends, she doesn't feel yellow represents their skin tone, and there's a lot of representation in Friends, so she can go and create all of her friends. We had to make her Lego first robotics league last year in minifigs, and I was tearing open Harry Potter sets because, you know, the kids wanted to be represented how they felt they looked versus the yellow Flash. So I think part of that also is a thing. Yeah. She just feels like her friends, when she has her whole squad up on my shelf or her shelf area over there, and like in a Lego brick case, and she has them labeled like who's who, and they're all laid out. So she loves the mini doll. She's convinced me. She has made a believer out of me. I like using mini dolls in some of my mocks too.
Fair enough.
Ollie, I got to ask Ollie.
It's legs, isn't it? They don't move separately though.
That does drive me crazy though, because when you have to sit them down, you have to have that clippy thing, and then it's hard. That's my only complaint.
But is it possible? Would it be possible, Ollie, to actually one day potentially? I haven't read the rules that fine. Could we have a friend style mini doll style Lego idea set?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see there's any reason why not.
I know I've just never known anyone even mention it or think about it before. This is kind of.
So the mini doll platform is kind of like in the grand scheme of kind of Lego history is such a new thing. It's been around, I think 10 years now. I think just over 10 years. And so there's not that kind of that same nostalgia that you get with kind of minifigures, because they've been around for what is it now, 40, 50 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's about 42 years. Yeah, something like that.
And so I think it's that thing of just like people kind of fans don't really consider mini dolls, and they really should, because it's a great diverse platform. It's given us some amazing wigs throughout the history, and and like you were saying, it's like it's the version of Lego that worked for a girl's first audience, and that's something that we Lego had done about 6 times before, and it failed every time. And so that was what was different with Friends, is there was foundational research and there was experts coming in, and just years and years of development to actually kind of work out what it is that makes play different for different people, and to do something that isn't just reskinning a city set with pink or put horses in or whatever. This was a much more fundamental change, and it's just evolved over those 10 years. It evolved so fast, and it's even like with the choice of skin tones and the form means that it's much more kind of trend based, and it has to be kind of much more kind of on point all the time, which is amazing, because it's that constant kind of touching base with making sure that it's relevant for kids. Not to say that, I mean, City and other projects and the jargon things, they do it in a completely different way. But Friends has I think, especially with this kind of latest reboot, has really kind of nailed what that kind of that cycle is, or what the core proposition for Friends is, and it's paying off, and I think everyone is able to bathe in the outcome when you have like amazing sets like the Botanical Gardens and like their modular street. They've taken the best of other Lego themes and kind of made it work for Lego Friends. It's really cool.
I'm a Friends ape also.
Okay, yeah. So that was when we did. I worked in Disney Princess for 3 years. So I'm with you on the legs, not needing the brackets and things. But then also when you put ball gowns on top of those as well that don't even have waist articulation, that's another whole ballpark. But so like the ice castle, we did a large kind of mini doll based ice castle, and that was because we had that discussion about kind of the mini doll platform is now 10 years old. It's growing. We are now seeing kids that have only played with mini dolls, because I don't think we see much of a crossover between the two different platforms. I think you kind of stick with one, or you kind of you migrate and then kind of you make that transition and kind of don't go back. Either way, and so it was that kind of helped kind of test this idea of is there a fan community, or is there an up in age market for something like
we got the ice castle as a day one purchase.
Nice.
That Elsa in the Queen outfit before she goes all let it go. I love that it's one of my favorite mini dolls.
Right, and so that was one where we had discussions about kind of like, well, what do we take from like a Marvel superhero set that kind of would work here? And that was one of those things where like we need those kind of one or two figures that just go all out. So that's why kind of like they all have amazing capes, and we kind of worked a little bit on kind of doing a more kind of up in age, more detailed kind of dresses and things. And
we love that. It's in my living room.
Oh, it's
next to the Disney castle. So
I haven't done it, but it really feels like it's one of those ones that kind of, if you can get a light kit for it, this is not an endorsement by the way, but you would put a light behind it, let's say, that would be cool. Because that is a quick
message from Greg. He's actually lost his internet, so I don't know how long we're going to be on at this point.
We're going rogue. We're going rogue.
So we can just go rogue and talk about him and stuff like that. That's great.
But it's but yeah, it was that was a really interesting one, actually, because that was one I got briefed on that model the week of lockdown in Denmark. So it was this amazing kind of this week of being briefed on a Tuesday and then kind of like staying at home from a Thursday or Wednesday. And so I remember just sitting at home going like, how am I going to make this? Because we really like, just before we kind of like, we as we were briefing things, it was very much like, well, this has to go all out. It has to be like sparkly AF, and we need to be able to because it was also the new opalescent effect as well. That was one where we used it sporadically, but I think kind of it was the first time it's trickled down to actually kind of being used as a way of it wasn't just kind of doing one or two kind of special elements like the Tesseract or whatever it may be. It was kind of like, let's make this the foundation of this model of like, we have this opportunity to make an ice castle. How can we really amp up that sparkle factor, that Disney magic?
I'm addicted to opalescent parts. This is another pad.
I'm one of the biggest advocates of opalescent, because it was like we got given the colors. I think initially it was like 4 or 5 colors, and no one was using it, and it was just in Disney Princess. And I think kind of there was 2 models that I worked on, 2 different. Actually, it was Mickey Mouse and I think an Aurora set, and it was the first instance of both of those colors and opalescent being used, because it was just not. It was perceived as a very kind of like sparkly kind of minor color, and Disney Princess is all about sparkle and all about magic. So it was kind of like let's do it. let's get as much as we can in the models, and I think it's paid off, and now actually kind of like seeing it in like something like Dreams, and kind of like working in Dreams amazingly well for what's his name? It's not Ecto. Is it Ecto?
No, it's the girl. Is it the girl's hair? I got those on the PAB order too.
Oh yeah, so actually it's all over the place. It's like like the Z-Blob.
Z-Blob,
he used as opalescent green, I believe. I'm just like all over the place. You see it now. It's just like this is cool. It's out there. It's being used.
I'll have to say, I wasn't a massive fan of mini dolls until I saw. I think it was Jane's vision last week, wasn't it, where she showed the little Star Wars figures in as mini dolls, and they looked amazing. They were so cute. And I was like, I could probably collect those. Yeah.
It was actually when we made the
Friendalorians.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
That was actually one of the kind of the things about the micro doll. So when Disney made some books, and then kind of like we started making other figures as well. But that was one because it was all about collectability. It's like we have these figures, and they're spread across the entire assortment. But what if we could tell an entire story in one model, in one book for $20? I think it was at the time. So that's why you kind of.
Are we about to lose another?
No, it's back. You froze a little bit, Ollie. But
We're back.
No worries.
Yeah, I noticed kind of, you went quiet. So. But yeah, micro dolls were kind of all about that, all about kind of like getting as many characters as you can in one model, and that scale as well was also amazing. It's like
it's very
chibi. You see kids play. Yeah. And that's why we also kind of did the bigger eyes as well, and those kind of things. Those more expressive faces. They're the alternative, or multiple of the same character in different dresses and things.
And also, they have noses.
Yes, they yeah. I'm not saying that minifigures should have noses.
No.
Because in the rare instances we have done noses, they are a bit creepy.
They look a bit weird, yeah.
I have a creepy Scalia girl.
Oh, the Scala. No.
Yeah. I like the creepy Scala.
No, I do not like the creepy Scala. I don't like the creepy Scala or the Fabuland. Both creepy.
What's wrong with Fabuland?
What's wrong with Fabuland?
What? Whoa! Has someone got control here? Can someone kick Carrie?
Hello. Look at them all learning the ABC.
I don't like things with big heads. It's just weird.
Carrie.
I
You thought we lost the crown when we started talking about mini dolls. Look at you now. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It's just weird. It's no.
So what I'm hearing, Ollie,
that when I was a child, I would have had nightmares if I thought about that. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, Ollie, is if people were to, I don't know, suddenly inundate ideas website with mini doll builds and micro doll builds, etc., there may be a certain Lego designer on the team who may be putting those to the top of someone's inbox. Am I correct?
Please don't do that.
I mean, I'm only one cog in the machine.
Yeah, one cog's better than none.
Exactly. Yeah, that cog will be well greased.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more talking about Animal Crossing. To me, that's just a look. I'm not going to collect that at all.
It's so
cute.
No. Talking animals is just wrong.
What if it was a crossover Animal Crossing Harry Potter?
A little lamb with a hat on.
Sorting hat.
Yeah. Greg is back on his way, by the way. Apparently there was a power cut in his area, and just everything just went dead. So we're just sort of rambling on until he decides to figure out how to turn the router on again, which for him could take quite a while.
We're not going to get like Greg kind of portrait mode on his phone in Weatherspoons trying to get
Possibly.
the Wi-Fi.
Oh, please. That'd be amazing. And then like shows his like Weatherspoon's table number, we'll start ordering drinks to him.
So, Ollie, there he is. I've got a question for you, Ollie. So
Never fear, Greg is here.
You've done Disney and you've done ideas. So, are you by any chance working on the Nightmare Before Christmas set?
Christmas set?
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm not. But the two designers that are huge fans.
Yes.
So yeah, that's looking amazing. It's opposite me. It's in the desk opposite me, and it's like every time I see it, it just it hits all the right notes. So.
That's awesome.
I interviewed the guy that actually designed that. So last year he was at BRICKTASTIC, Simon. Yeah, and I interviewed him, and I was going to show it all off. And he said, "Actually, mate, do you mind doing us a little favor? Can you show it after Lego or come out with it?" Because he said, I don't want him to pull the plug on it or anything like that. And I said, "Okay, no, that's cool."
That was his secondary edition of it as well, because the first one he had to change it, and he had to resubmit it and get it back through. So
And that's going to do well. Like, I think that would do well because people love the characters in it. It's kind of weird. It's like Halloween meets Christmas and stuff like that. And apologies for dropping off, by the way, folks. I didn't go for a loo break or anything like that. It was just literally a power. Oh, that is it. There he is. There. Let's make it bigger. We had a power cut. Looks good. Looks really good. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's big as well, isn't it? Which is very, very cool. Right. This is a thing. We're meant to be doing a giveaway tonight. So should we do a giveaway and then we'll look at some pictures that people have sent in of stuff? Shall we? Lego stuff and hearts and things like that. That's very nice.
Nice.
I mean, everyone's been hard at it here. What's that? Is it? What's it? Oh, there we go.
I made it with ladders.
I thought they were glasses. I thought they were your glasses. Then I like that.
I made it with ladders. This one.
Really good. It's probably a shame. These are. Hold on a minute. I've got a really good idea for my heart. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at the foliage around that as well. Yeah, I'm gonna make mine that much better. Look, I've put Big Bird on there.
Okay. That's a big one.
He's a big one. Yeah, Big Bird. Is it that song by the Scissor Sisters? Yeah, me too. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, that's a nice heart. I've always said you got a lovely heart, Kerry. What is that? You know, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. I thought you'd bitten it. I thought you'd bitten a bit out of it. There's your mic covering it. That's nice. Oh no! He's down. Man down.
Broken heart. Broken heart.
Oh, look at that.
As broken as it was when Greg left us a moment ago. Oh. It was such a good show when Greg wasn't on, wasn't it?
There you go. I love it. I love it. It wasn't as good as that. I gotta make a short out of that, Jake. Just saying.
Fantastic.
It does look good. Nice colours as well. I like it.
Yeah. It's had on my desk.
I'm just saying. Where should we go next? Who wants to show me off their heart next? Who wants to show me their heart next?
Here.
Oh, okay. There we go. There he is. So I didn't see that. I thought you were just waving your finger at me.
This was make and take from Toys R Us a while ago. It was the or no, maybe it's not a make and take. Maybe I'm confusing it now. This is a poly bag. I take it back. This is a poly bag.
Emmett with the Lego movie.
Yeah. I take it back. But it's supposed to be like from the movie, I guess, like the heart that they make. They give it to the Duplo, and then the Duplo eats it, and then they fight.
Yeah, no, very cool.
Have you seen Lego Movie 2?
Yeah.
This is the heart. Come on, no
You had to really think about that one there, Greg. Something else went off during that power.
Great soundtrack.
It was something about craggling in that, wasn't it? Or something, right?
That's the first one.
Oh, is it? Okay. I do need... Wow.
You wonder why it took us so long to start talking about Lego. That's why.
Why do you have to watch the Lego movie to be? Why can't you just, I will watch the Lego movie.
Fan.
Have I got well, Lego Batman. Ollie, you must have built a Lego Batman set in your time. Have you done a Lego Batman one?
Not Lego Batman. No. So I was there during the development, or the end of the development. So the process for those movies is very different. In that we kind of have to make all the models first, or make a lot of models that then kind of will go to the studio and then kind of get made to be animated and things, and then we kind of can then kind of whilst they're doing that, we can then kind of develop them as models, or kind of like have that dialogue where we have to change it for functional things or whatever it may be. So they had these amazing, we had these amazing boosts where we would kind of like build. I think for Lego Batman, it was like just build any DC villain's vehicle. Like what would it be if how would you theme every DC character, and what would they be driving? And Justin, hello Justin. He could probably talk more about Lego Batman.
Only voice has changed there. He's just in that.
Everyone to attention.
Oh, hold on a minute. Justin, do you think I look like Ollie now? It's bizarre, but it's true. Okay, I'll tell you what is bizarre and true. Does anyone want to see a bit? We'll look at the photos now, actually, and then we'll do the giveaway after that, I think. But anyway, who wants to see a really bizarre picture of Justin and Ollie? I need the tension. Anyone got any tension music?
Yeah, where's this
no, don't worry, it's all legit.
My phone.
There we go. What about this picture here? How cool
Looks like
is
a
this?
lovely family day out for a picnic. That's what I see there.
I tell you what, that's about as much coffee as I drink a day. I tell you.
Attention span shows for it.
There we go. Let me say, look, there's the 3-in-1.
They use the S camera.
Yes, that's the one that's fun. There's not camera's got the Disney one as well. Now, I gotta be honest, Justin looks like he's like proper playing that. Like the fingers and everything are in the right chords there.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a Stairway to Heaven on that. Looking at that,
Justin looks like he's about to turn around and say, "So, guys, I just learned this really cool new song. I don't think you guys would have heard it. I think it's called Wonderwall."
Yeah. What did you particularly sit there because there's a twiggy tree?
Oh,
I'm just saying. I just noticed it. Jeez. But anyway, look at that. Look now. I got to be honest. You obviously wear glasses because I wear glasses. You haven't got glasses on there, Ollie, but you've got the magnifier glass. Yeah.
That's Ollie looking at a map about how to get away from a conversation from you, Greg, about those trees.
It's that. This is a great trick. Now, tell us a little bit about the A-frame and what is significance about Mjolnir or Thor's hammer, as some people like to call it.
So actually, Andreas's fan model original submission had the hammer used so many times as like foundational stones in the base of the model, and so myself, Windsor, Justin, and Kenza, the graphic designer, we all worked on this together, and that was the first thing we saw was just like that's staying, like that's whatever we do, that has got to stay, and we got to make this work because it was such an amazing use of that piece, and it's the kind of thing that kind of like that's what kind of Lego Ideas is all about, is like is if you've got a signature piece like that, then let's do it, let's use it.
NPU, nice part usage.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
So yeah, we went with it, and that was the first thing, and for those who have built it, it's kind of this really kind of strange kind of alien build where you have to build lots of stacking of plates, and it all has to be correct, and then you clip it into the side, and it's kind of that nice kind of satisfying moment where you have no idea what you're building for 20 steps, and then you kind of pop it in and you go, yeah, okay,
love it.
I get it, that makes sense.
It's so cool.
You're giving Johnny Thunder vibes, Ollie.
Oh, I mean, he's my hero. He's my hero. You know, tell.
Very cool. Very cool.
There's even a Lego correct tree behind Justin as well. If you have a look at that tree with 3 little leaves on it.
A correct tree? What do you mean, what's a correct tree?
Exactly. It's an A-frame cabin tree, that is, isn't it?
Oh, well, well, this is because, well, if anyone's interested, if anyone's interested where I got this picture from, like it's the A-frame cabin instructions. It's from that.
I haven't opened mine yet. It's still down there.
Yeah, have you not? Okay, all right. It's good. It's good set. It's good set.
On a list of things to build.
So that's taken about a mile or two outside of Billund, and I think it was like one of the hottest days of the year, and like it was like the day that kind of the flying ants will kind of take off, and so like it was
nice. Yeah,
it was really kind of chaotic because we had this day kind of in the calendar for weeks, and then we kind of like we had to trudge out kind of miles with all this stuff, and it's like it's heavy fiberglass and resin and things, so like it's heavy. And that's a proper lens in that magnifying glass as well. So we kind of got there, and then it was like we probably need a half an hour just to kind of like recuperate and not look like we're all flushed and glazed. So that was
I
fun.
didn't know there was another one. I just clipped that one from that one. But yeah, no, very cool picture. I love that. I love the big props as well, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. I think Lego, if they sold big props, I think they would sell really, really well. But it's very cool. I love it.
You guys were focusing on the tree behind Justin. What's sticking out of his head?
That's the woodcutter's axe. Yeah, it doesn't look. Yeah, it looks like he's like some anime character or something. But
Yeah.
It does. It's like it's receiver or something. Something like that. Oh, look, they got that. I didn't even notice that.
So actually,
Very
these
cool.
are props from like the Rebuild the World kind of big campaign that we have at Christmas.
Great advert.
And yeah, they're fantastic. And so yeah, we had them kind of there, and actually because Justin is the toy doctor for those kind of big shoots. So he kind of knew that we had these pieces and what we could use, and so we raided the archive one day and went out.
Very cool indeed. Love it. All right, come on. Let's move along to have a look at some pictures that you guys have sent in as well this week, of which there are quite a few hearts, to be fair. Start off with this one, though. This is a non-heart one. This is from Andy Seston. He's building the Home Alone house, which is a brilliant set. Absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. Love that one. I did also mention...
I think it's like 24 bags as well, so it's actually kind of an advent calendar in disguise as well. If you
yeah, we're building like that.
One doesn't do it for you.
I did it for Advent last year, that one.
I did as well. But didn't you start your one on like the 15th of last year, though, Kerry?
No. I started on the 1st and then the 2nd, and then I didn't do any. And then on the 15th, I did about 10 bags.
I remember there was a bit of a gap. I was like, I thought she was doing a daily thing.
And then I caught up and I did finish it whilst watching Home Alone on Christmas Eve. So it was fine.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I was working a lot then. If you think, I was working a lot.
I know, but you're not working as much now. I mean, you're building even less. Just throwing it out there.
I'm still building. Don't worry.
All right. I couldn't help but say to Andy, I mentioned to Andy as well, by the way, I said, well, you got a lovely iPad case as well. I'd be well proud of that if I had that one. Really would be. Don't forget, folks, you can always
It's a Lego show, Greg. It's a Lego show.
Oh yeah, sorry, back on form. This is not sponsored by whoever makes those sort of things. But if Lego did make iPad bags, they'd be really good ones. Anyway, so this is from BRICKTASTIC. How good is this?
Wow.
That's really good, isn't it?
Oh, that's nice.
It's like the It's like the Batman set.
The Batcave, yeah, amazing.
Yeah. It's that sort of effect. I like that. Like a light. Oh, look at the use of those. That's nice.
The Nexo Knights.
That's it. Nexo Knight pieces. Everyone always calls them that. Oh, it's a nice card over there as well.
Focus. What does it say inside?
Wait, there's a name there. I can read that. I won't go there again. There we go. This is Candlestick. He has this really odd candlestick he uses in his pictures. I do like it. I'm kind of
That's expensive.
A merch thing. It really could be. Oh,
Greg, are you doing interior decorating via your audience's photos?
Ollie,
You've always got to be careful what pictures you post to Greg because he's going to it.
Don't send me high-res pictures and don't let me look round. I'm
going to start hiding things that he can't put on YouTube in the background just to see if he notices them.
I was going around BRICKTASTIC with Baby Bricks taking pictures, and I'm going to send these to Greg. He went, "Don't put any crotches in the background."
Why would you say that? I don't do that. But anyway, obviously BRICKTASTIC. His name's Ollie as well. Ollie, very nice as well.
Amazing,
very
good.
Oh wow!
I would say this thing would be on lights, and it is awesome.
Ollie, that's amazing. Where is he? Is this Lizzie?
Is he out there still? Is he out there still? I'm sure he is. But anyway, got AV Bricks out there, which is nice to see. Yeah, it's really good. Great idea. Love it. Really, really cool. Really, really cool indeed. This is carrying here. They're out tonight. They sent me this picture tonight.
They've just entered the chat.
Were they in the chat? Oh, are they? Evening all. What should say? Evening all. The brick bods are no longer out. Really? But yeah. There we go. There they are. We missed them. Carrie's agreeing with me. No. There we go. Looking cool. Anyway, so was that? Well, yeah, they're back early. But anyway, Chris Chalice, he sent me this picture. I think this is from the 9. Well, I don't know, but anyway, that's 90s, a good set.
Monorail.
Yeah. It's got to be monorail.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the days. Yeah,
the little bricks in the corner indicating the new sets that were launching that year. So they used to release these catalogs in like January. I remember getting really excited as a kid because then it would just reveal everything
Yeah.
literally everything that was coming out for the whole year.
Yeah, that's back in the days when there were Lego leaks, and they actually, at least the people doing the leaks, did take decent pictures. Just throw that one out there as well. How do you take bad pictures these days?
Yeah, Simon collects them now.
Does
So
he
the
really?
older- yeah, all the
Oh,
catalogs.
let's have a
from
look. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
1994.
94. Blimey, what was that?
1990.
I wasn't born then. I mean,
How many?
Not many of the old
have you got a
ones are
favourite one?
93.
Have you got a favourite one?
93.
93.
When the
was it?
Dragon Knights were released. That's one of my favourites.
Oh yeah,
Bionicle.
Love them. That was like
We
Godzilla.
love a Bonkle.
Paradisa sets.
Oh, Paradisa. A lot of people do like Paradisa. I think elves and stuff like that. That was the thing. It's the thing. But yeah, look at that. Monorail. There's a thing. Amazing. This is Echo Bricks. He sent me this in. He's kicking off. What set's this, Kerry? You collect these ones.
That's the Holiday on Main Street, is it? No, what's it called? Earthbox.
Downtown? Is it downtown?
It's the one. It's the one where everyone says, "Oh yeah, it's got that nice trolley in it," which you can motorise, of course. Very nice. Okay, it's nice. Part of the Winter Village.
Last week, so it's there, look.
Oh, there we go. She's showing it off. There we go. Hold it up. Hold it up.
There we go.
That's it. Okay, other way. I can't see it. We're looking at the side. There we go.
Well,
Oh, that's
looking
nice.
Down the street.
Tram.
Yeah, it's a lovely
It's
set
nice.
of that.
Don't tip it. Oh God, don't tip it.
Yeah, don't do Jake.
Yeah, don't do it, Jake.
I've not got my Winter Village out this year, actually.
Why is that?
I've just got so much Lego out. I'm
So
going to
many-
because I didn't get it out last year either, but the year before my cats were a little bit young and they were stealing minifigures.
Oh, okay.
I lost a few. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
I'll see.
I see. This is from Fab. Sending me this. It's a very Christmassy heart. I love this. I don't know why it's got a bit of an Italian sort of thing about it. Just saying. Oh,
Just saying.
is that official? Is that fact?
Oh, that's cool.
It is. I like it. I like it. It looks really nice. Thank you, Fab. And that is a lovely heart as well. Hashtag build give. This is a set that she's built recently.
Beautiful.
Oh, now she actually did. She didn't nearly cut her finger off when she was doing the Gringotts modification because Gringot TS Bank. But look, that's pretty good going. That
Look,
isn't it?
Justin, that's how the is he still in the chat? Justin, that's how the sticker should have looked.
Oh, that was a low shot. Blame the graphic
Other than
designer.
that, you're an amazing designer, just so you're aware.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a massive fan.
Poor graphic designer
Yeah.
as well. Jeez, calm
She's
down,
always
guys.
going to bring back the Gringotts thing. And Justin, if you're interested to know how Kerry applied it, I should say, then go back to about the first sort of 15 minutes of this stream, and it's like basically it's like a horror film meets meets Gringotts.
Put it this
But
way,
yeah,
I need to ring Lego and order another sticker because mine is pink.
Did you say I'll bleed it to death here? I need another Gringotts sticker.
I don't know how to explain it to them. I've cut the sticker, which I'm assuming that's not going to go down very well. But whilst cutting the sticker, I cut my finger and put my blood, sweat, and tears into the Lego set.
Customer service on the other end just being like, "We heard this story 100 times. You're not getting another sticker." Like, no, it's not going to work this time, Kerry.
It's another one of them. There we go. This is the night I met Ollie. He was karaoke night in Leicester Square, and we had a great time. Honestly, he does a very very cool on the mic. But yeah, no, that was there. What's her name again? This is a kind of there's a bit of a story behind this one, isn't there, Ollie?
Yeah. So I mean, this is Pippin Reed. This is a character from Lego Adventurers, the late 90s, early 2000s theme. Yeah, as kind of mentioned before, like Lego Adventures was such a monumental theme for me. It kind of hit at totally the right age, but it was also kind of it was like Lego. It was like Indiana Jones, but in the Lego universe, and it was like so much fun. And so yeah, we had this opportunity. It was a lot of kind of amazing things, kind of like working in our favor, where we decided we wanted to put minifigures in the Orient Express because that's something that wasn't in Thomas's original submission. To just help tell the stories, because the Orient Express is such a icon of literature, of just kind of modern cinema, really. and so we wanted to tell some narratives, some stories within it, and so we had we knew we kind of wanted a kind of cast of characters, but then we wanted to tie it together with a kind of Agatha Christie-esque kind of writer or detective or whatever. And Lego Adventurers is also set in kind of the 20s, 30s period, the kind of the height of European train travel, which kind of we were going for here. And so it kind of makes sense to kind of put Pippin Reed, who in the Lego Adventurers universe is a reporter that is kind of documenting Johnny Thunder's kind of adventures across the world for the Lego World Journal. So yeah, it was a lot of things come together, and then I really wanted to use this hat because we had the cloche hat that we made for, I forget her name now, but a character that's in Fantastic Beasts, and we only used it once, and it was like, this is an amazing hat, and it fits the time period well, and it's got the hair and the hat, so we can because that was one of the things with Pippin Reed is until recently we haven't done hat and hair combos. It was always you either had a hat or you either had hair. And for the characters that had hair, but we had to give them hats, we used to just deco the hair on the head. And this was also one where like just her bangs kind of just like feel very, very much in line with kind of what was on the original characters all that time ago. And actually another happy accident was kind of this was in development kind of the same time. Well, actually we started this before, but then the museum kind of appeared as kind of the next modular, and so Chris kind of like completely separately, but also kind of like a really happy thing as well that he also kind of put a nod to Dr. Kilroy in there as well. So we kind of had a Johnny Thunder-esque minifigure in the CMF series a few years ago. And so this was a kind of a really great way of getting these two other characters in there.
Brilliant.
And we had one of the things with Pippin Reed is she was always kind of a peripheral character. She was always she was part of the ensemble. And although she kind of had this backstory, it was never kind of communicated. She, in a lot of the sets, kind of just acted as the damsel in distress, which was kind of a very kind of like tired role play cycle. So we also thought like, what has this woman done after, or even before kind of meeting Johnny Thunder? Kind of what adventures has she been on? Kind of what's given her the kind of the credentials to be able to travel the world with a adventurer / tomb plunderer to tell his story or tell their adventures, and yeah, hopefully now we've maybe started or seeded an idea of if we do more time period stuff or other things, kind of like could she appear, because that was also one of the things is we always dip into the same kind of classic space, classic castle. We either go super futuristic or kind of way back in time, and this was a really amazing time where we could actually kind of do 20th century history, kind of do it some justice in a model like this. We only kind of occasionally do that with like IPs that kind of set in that period, things like I think Wonder Woman and Indy, kind of when that came back, and so it was kind of a great opportunity to actually kind of use a theme that kind of we couldn't normally tap into. And yeah, it was just I love Pippin Reed.
No, Pippin Reed, it's a great name as well. It really is. These are just a few shots from that evening.
I gotta get going. My husband's coming home with dinner right now, and I've been told it's time to come eat. So thank you for having me on. Sorry to leave you all. It was really
no, that's fine, Meredith. It's totally fine. Lovely to see you, and thank you for sending in the pictures. And great to see you looking so well as well. So enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your dinner.
Take care.
Night all.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, that was very cool. That's Meredith, everybody. Okay, Pink Wheels. Do check her out. She's on Instagram. Okay, so this was the dude outside. Very much looking the part. Welcome aboard. And then this is Thomas, the actual fan designer.
I'm
like
dying to get this tomorrow, but I've got it's either going to be this or Hocus Pocus.
Safe all day tomorrow. Yeah,
I don't know whether to get this one or Hocus Pocus. It's like
I don't know.
I mean,
just get both.
It would make a great Halloween set if you want to kind of just hang on for a little bit and maybe get it next Halloween.
Yeah, that's Ollie's trying to push up sales.
Exactly. Yeah.
The OE or Hocus Pocus.
I'm kind of behind on my sets. I still need the lighthouse as well.
Yeah, I got that to do. I got that to do. But this is going to be.
This
is coming up soon.
It's so nice.
It is. It's very, very cool indeed. There we go.
It's Tina Goldstein, the Harry Potter character.
What was it?
Tina Goldstein, yeah.
There we go. He's back on the karaoke again. Honestly, and Thomas, blimey, you should have heard them both. Honestly, spice up your life. That's what they were singing on the night, in case anyone's interested. You had to be there to believe it, folks. So they wouldn't let you film it as well. Just saying.
I was going to ask what was your song, but that beats it. Whatever your answer is, Ollie, that wins. That's now your song.
Apparently it's Ollie's best. Anyway, this is Kerry. This is one of her hearts. She sent it to me earlier on. It looks very nice. Looking good. Love that. We got this from Minark as well. #build to give. Love that. Thank you, Minark. Looks very, very cool. I like that. Nice. Nice use of dot pieces on there. This is me. This is a bit weird, isn't it? I look like I'm starting up a decorating company or something.
Herbalife.
I'm going to be on this thing called Twitch on Sunday. Honestly, check a trade, London Bridge Bricks, folks, and
check a
trade.com. There you go. You know it. Yeah, I'll be on there apparently 11 a.m. Pacific time. That in UK time, GMTV, folks, is actually 7 p.m. So I'll be on somewhere between that area of Good Morning Brick World and the Brick Bods being on as well. Do check it out more and more on Twitch. Looking forward to that.
Fantastic, and the Crossing the Stream series is some of the best content on the internet. So do genuinely go check it out.
Exactly, indeed, and I guess that's why I'm on here to bring it down a few notches. This is London Call In by Nicole. This is which is very nice. And what we've got coming up next. And yeah, thank you for sending that in as well, Nicole. Of course, build to give. This is brilliant. This is from Ollie as well. Look at this. Look, amazing. Nice. It's actually a very cool tree. Good use of colours in there. And yeah, I love this as well. This area here is very cool. Brick Askew.
I love those new leaf pieces. They're great.
It's got skills, isn't it? It's got skills.
Yeah, it's got skills, Ollie. Yeah, definitely.
This has been sent in from Paul Buffett, which of course you find on Instagram. Very nice. Is that flooring or is that a desk? I can't tell. It's nice though. It's very shiny. This has been sent in from Polar Bricks as well. Love this. There we go. Everyone's going all in on the. Look at these. I thought they were goats for a second. Then I was like, "Hello."
That's so cute.
Huskies. There we go. That's got to be a friend's one, surely. And that's me. And another camera there. Look at the size of that thing. But yeah, no, that looks amazing. Polar Bricks. Thank you for that. There's a close up to it. He looks happy with himself, doesn't he? That one, blimey. Very, very cool indeed. Love the picture. Love the use of colours, and that is phenomenal. Love that. This has been sent in from the Bricketeer.
This love it.
He's got a mo in it. Is that what you call it? The moustache.
That looks like one of the models you can make at Lego House. You can make like a little model and put it onto a wall, and it starts dancing. It looks like one of those.
It looks like Ollie.
It was a bit. I mean, there was a lot of moustaches going on here. There was a thing. If he was ever a heart, Ollie, potentially, what would he look like? Just saying. That's been sent in from the Bricketeer. Thank you, Jace. This has been sent in from TJ, Titanium J. Of course, everything he does is Ninjago. I nearly said Ninjago Kid then. Ninjago inspired, but he is throwing in some hints of Monkey Kid these days, which is very cool. This is Trevor's one of Trevor's sons. We've got a couple of boys on. There we go. They were at the Lego store last week doing build to give. I think he's got some more here. There we go. There's both his sons as well. They're doing their build to give there, which is very cool. Like that. It's lovely, isn't it? Nice use of the slopes there. And there we go. There's the first one they did as well, which you got a heart within a heart in a heart, which is very cool. Next up, how about this from Eureka?
Nice.
Amazing. Is it Eureka? That's it. We say it in London.
Ulrika, not Eureka.
That's what I was saying. God. Albeit with a London accent. There we go. There we go. It's their brickwork. Their brickwork is a bit weird, isn't it? It's got no mason. It's got no pointing in it. What's all going on there? Anyway,
You zoom in any further into that brickwork, you're going to fall through it, Greg.
Love this. Look at the monochrome figures as well, though. Good, didn't they? Lovely. Oh, little one there as well.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Like the Harry Potter set, that is.
There we go. Is it?
Yeah.
Like it. All right, looks very good. Eureka, as she doesn't mind the way I say it. She loves it. She told me. It's a fact. She also sent this through as well. She sent this through as well. This is Harry Potter.
Modded Diagon Alley.
Oh God, she has as well, hasn't she? I was going to say, I don't remember that bit being in it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That does look good, doesn't it?
That's not a set, though, is it?
No, it's not set. No, this is custom. This is taking it. Look at the clouds up here as well. So that's a low cloud day, isn't it? I've had a few of those in London recently. This is amazing.
Sesame Street windows.
Yeah. I think she gets them off a guy on Instagram who creates the instructions, whose name I can't remember at the moment.
Ministry of Making, is it?
Yes, that's it. What's his name again? Sorry.
James from Ministry of Making.
That's it, Ministry of Making. I've met him a couple of times. A really nice guy.
Yeah.
There we go. It's the cloud. Those clouds look really real. Yeah, amazing city. I mean, it's just like God. There's Hogwarts Express down there.
Yeah, she has a city on a shelf.
Yeah.
Really good.
I tell you what, some of them are the best ones. They've got Star Wars shop there. They go Star Wars. Love that. Amazing stuff. And that's it. That's I think that's every single one sent through this week. Brilliant stuff. Thank you everybody for sending them through. If there are some pictures that have been sent through, then I'll show them off next week. It's as simple as that. As always, folks, thank you so much for sending them through. As always, I super duper appreciate it. I really do. Right. Okay. Now, before we go around the panel and chat with them just to see what they're going to be up to very shortly, I've got a giveaway. I've got a giveaway. It's an all members giveaway. Very quick. It will be. But before we do that, Andrew, did you want to take like a Kodak moment or something like that?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sure.
What are you wearing? Are you wearing your Jim Jam bottoms or something? What's all that about?
No, it's just...
Are they leggings?
Yeah.
All right.
It's called fashion, Greg. Welcome to the 21st century.
Yeah, fashion.
Exactly.
All right, fair enough.
We do our shirts up in various
yeah, I think the shirts up from the middle.
Yeah.
All right. What's going to happen?
I know. I'm not really used to using it. So
Can you make that noise?
All right, here we go. I don't want to be in it kind of
Tiny
too. So.
trousers.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, it was supposed to flash. She told me it wasn't going to flash.
And
you know what? Apparently it's a myth. I didn't know this before. You're not supposed to. You don't have to shake them. Apparently, that's a myth.
Really?
Like, you know, people like shake it like a Polaroid picture. Unless you listen to Outcast, anybody?
What's he going on about?
Apparently, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's just about time. It has nothing to do with air hitting it or anything.
I agree, Greg.
But I'll find out if that works. So I feel like the flash might have screwed it up, but don't worry about it.
Okay,
Let's
well,
enough about that.
How long will it take to develop?
5 minutes.
Oh, it's doing it right now.
All right.
Hey, you can't really
technology,
see it there. It's kind of.
All right. Let's do.
Maybe if I do this, it goes faster.
Okay, fine. Honestly, you got to do it. Do it really quick. You got to do it over your head as well, like that.
Man. All right. I just saying you didn't have to do that.
All right.
It's a photo, Greg. You're not making meringue. What are you on about?
It'll be a minute. It'll be a minute or two here. It'll be okay.
Do flamboyant stuff. You're going to do it. Got to do it properly. Right. Okay. Let's bring in. Let's share a screen, shall we? So this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the members. This is all the members. And basically, all I'm going to do is pick 2 people. Right. It's first one. Boom. Out. We'll get it. We'll get the prize. It's £20 in Amazon, or of course, folks. Of course, you know you love it. Lego as well. All right, cool. So anyway, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And feel free to boogie as well. Show us off your dance moves. Ollie does the robot and everything he can. Spice up your life. I couldn't get spice up your life on this one, Ollie. It's something a bit more, bit stranger. But anyway, here we go. Here we go. There's a lot of names in there. Come on, Kerry, I know you want to. She's tapping her toes there. That's the one. Oh, it's slowing down. Who's it going to be?
Harry.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kerry does with that funny thing with her thumbs, doesn't she, as well? If you know, you know. Oh, it's slowing down. It's not Trevor. It's not quite Minnie Briggs, Matt Cronin art. Oh, no, Juddy thing. Not one day. It's kind of Fab Blondies. Is it going to be Fab? It's Fab Blondies.
I honestly thought that was never going to end. I thought we were all going to be tricked then, sitting here waiting, watching it spin so slowly.
It is, honestly, it's like literally spinning us into the future. It is. Right. Okay. All right. So Fab Blondies is now out. She's won one. She's one of them. Fab Blondies. Congratulations. Well, in her case, it'd be $20. Anyway, so this is the last one. Good luck, everybody. May the force be with you. Here we go. Okay, come on. Swing those bits. Oh, yeah, Jake, you're very good. This you are. Right, the effects. That's it. This is like being in a club, isn't it? Ben? Okay. Oh, it's slowing down. Just here we go. We need to
just go wait for next year and it'll stop.
Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, it looks like it's going to be delicious. Oh, it could be high. Oh, that would be funny. It's not. It's gas. It's the big ones. It could be the big ones. It could be big wheels. Is it going to be big wheels? Yes, it's big wheels. There we go. It's big wheels. Phenomenal. There we go. Pig wheels. Oh, it's unreal, that is. Brilliant stuff. All right, guys. Well, anyway, Pig wheels and Fab Blondies, get in touch and we'll coordinate your prize. Or of course, I'll just drop you a message like I normally do every day. Brilliant. Brick and Brood. Is that some sort of modularization of 123 Sesame Street, or are you just happy to see us? What's going on there?
This is a rebrickable model, and I actually did a reverse of it. So, like, technically, it's
3, 2, 1 Sesame Street, is it?
Yeah, exactly. But no, just took 2 of the sets, and I don't believe there's any extra pieces. I think it's all just from the actual. But this is pretty cool here. I'll show Ollie this here. It's Snuffleupagus.
That's brilliant.
It's free build on rebrickable. It's got the tail moves.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
But free built.
Hey, it's Snuffleupagus. I love it.
You can get it on rebrickable. The only thing that I had issues with was getting the color. I thought I mixed up like this, whatever this is, nougat with another nougat color. Anyways, it took me a while to get the right color, but
dude, honestly, that actually really looks like him. That's
I'm not too sure who the designer is, but it's rebrickable.com and it's a free build you can get the instructions for.
That's bizarrely funny.
Cool.
Snuffleupagus. I love it. That's a name, isn't it? Could you imagine that? You should abbreviate that, wouldn't you? I don't know.
Yeah.
You like that a bit too much, if you ask me. All right. It does look amazing, dude. I love it. It's such a good job. Ollie, what do you think when you see when people do stuff like that with your sets? I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's awesome. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's I love it. I might have to do it now. Oh, nice.
I think what's on the inside of it. It's basically just doubled. Like I think there's like 4 beds, and I can't remember. Actually, but
and Jake, there's ducks in there as well.
The more ducks, the better.
Ducks. Oh, yeah, he's the duck man, isn't he?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Very cool. Andrew, it looks amazing. How did the picture come out? Is it developed yet?
You know what? It's developed, but it's not in focus. I think it has to do with the
hold on.
With the has to do with the flash. You can see the flash.
That's still
right
pretty
here.
good. I was expecting that to be a big white square.
Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't mind trying one more time if you guys didn't mind, but it doesn't have to be right now. It could be after when we're done.
We do it now. We do it now. Come on.
All right. Let's try one more time here. I got
think
the
we're
big
all nicely
screen on.
evened out, actually. So,
all right, cool. Whatever. I'm in it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it flashed again. It says no flash. I swear, guys.
Can you turn the flash up? I mean, it used to be a knob in those days.
There's a flash button here, and I click it, and it goes on and off.
Take the.
Where is it? I'll show you. On.
Here we go. Yeah.
On. Off.
Yeah.
On. Off.
Technology.
But I just used the last shot.
Oh no!
There's no more. I have to bother her to get another one, but it's okay. It is what it is.
Now, Ollie, does the Lego model flash when you don't expect it, like the original ones used to do? Or
I love it. That would be amazing.
The Disney the Disney 100 camera. It has a really cool sound when you do the dial. That is really cool. I like that when they add sounds like that. So that's pretty cool detail for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Well, look, we're coming up very close to 3 hours now, I've got to be quick because I think the power's running a bit low at the moment. I've got to put another £10 in the meter. I already have, honestly. It's a nightmare. But anyway, never have lighting outside in your garden, folks, especially when it rains. But yeah, Ian's asking who's unexpectedly flashing. Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in. Look at it developing.
So that's better than the last one.
We are covered with a balloon.
Yeah.
I was going to say
bad timing.
I didn't know you had a green head. Did you have a balloon? Actually, have a balloon in there?
Yeah, I think it's like when you do this, gives you a balloon.
I don't know. Oh, he's got a thing. Okay. Oh no, that's
Unfortunate,
isn't it?
that's a really great front screen there.
Oh well. Simon's face. All right, so let's go around the panel then and find out what people are up to in the coming weeks. I feel like we've done a lot tonight. I feel like it's been weird. I had a little break halfway in between it. We didn't even have a look at too many new sets, but anyway, we did. We had a look at the Polaroid, which was kind of cool, and of course the OE. So Andrew, other than raiding Rebrickable and wearing the most obscenely fashionable, out of this world, maybe not legit Lego attire.
It says Lego. It's got to be.
Yeah, of course. I like it. No, dude. What did you? Oh, can I just say as well, the up house in the background. Whoever designed that, I think did a pretty good job as well.
Wait, where is this? That's good, right?
Out there. Yeah.
Apparently, I just looked online. So
yeah. Oh, there you go.
I have the A-frame cabin and the Van. No, you don't have anything to do with Van Gogh, did you?
No, I didn't.
You were just talking about it earlier. Okay, never mind. The jazz quartets on the other side. I'm trying to get all the idea sets. Is my plan. So you keep building them, I'll keep buying them.
I'm going to make a point now. I'm going to collect all the sets that Ollie's ever done, even his Duplo ones. I'm going to make a point. And then hopefully one day, if I ever meet you, Ollie, I'll get you to sign the Duplo one for me. I will. I want the dinosaur, the first beginning.
Just invite me over and I'll sign everything. Yeah.
Oh, man. Imagine that. That'd be good. We could wear the same jumper together. That would be weird, wouldn't it? I'll be walking around like this. Do I look like Ollie Gregory or what? All right. So good stuff, Andrew. Thanks for being on as well. It's been a good spot.
Sure.
Fabulous hearts as well. Everybody's got an amazing heart, which is what it's all about. So I really appreciate that. 2K AFOS, guys. So what have you got? I mean, I imagine you guys are going to be pretty busy over the coming weeks with all those. I nearly said Legos. Then, blimey, could you imagine that? I mean, I'm treating everyone in the planet with that. If I said that,
you're doing a power cut, aren't you, Greg?
Yeah, exactly. Could you imagine? Get him off. So what are you guys going to be up to in the next couple of weeks? Then
reviewing, and sorting out all of these behind us.
Yeah,
and all the stuff you can't see.
and all the stuff you can't see. Have you got any boxes around you that you're not allowed to show or anything like that? Would that be something quite?
No.
They're downstairs.
No, they're well trained. They're media trained. See that, Ollie? Media trained. Yeah, I reckon I definitely have a membership stream coming up soon. I reckon. I'm not actually the only stream I'm doing this weekend is over with More and More. So are you going to be doing anything on Instagram this week at all, or anything like that, or
Yes.
habit stuff?
So the holiday habitats, they kick off tomorrow. They're going to be for 6 days. So I did those ones this week. They're all digital builds on Studio.
Very good.
We've got all of this to review. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 shipments coming on Tuesday.
Okay.
So yeah, busy. Lots of new releases in January.
Exactly.
Loving it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's good. Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, okay, great to have you on. Ollie, I'd normally say to people like what Lego stuff you got coming up soon, but I suppose Monday morning for you, won't it? It'll be.
What's your work schedule, Ollie? You know, what's anything coming up?
I'm working on this in the morning and that in the afternoon. Yeah, no, I'm all done for Christmas now. So today was kind of my last day, really. So I'm here in Denmark, and then kind of the end of this week, I'm flying back to see the parents and the relatives for Christmas, and my birthday as well is also the 28th of December. So I will fly back kind of after that as well.
Very cool.
That's what the new year brings.
Yeah, exactly. Loads of new Lego ideas and stuff
and
as well.
I've got this. I finished it. I'm gonna have to move back.
Oh, hello. This could be a new Lego League. Yeah, this could be all my life.
Wow. There we go.
USDS on wheels as well.
On wheels.
Oh, that's just being flashed out. That is. It's huge.
That's awesome.
That's the picture. Quick, get your camera out.
Yeah, I know, eh?
That's amazing. Ollie, honestly, well done.
Well, yeah. So I mean, one of the amazing things I got to do whilst working in Duplo was it just so happened to be the same time that Lego Movie 2 was in production, and so I kind of got to work on some of the Duplo stuff in Lego Movie 2, and we explore these different things, and then actually kind of like one of them was just like doing these huge kind of epic builds of the kind of the brief was, what if a preschooler just had an infinite amount of Duplo? Like, what would they do with it? And it was just stacking. So there's a bit more form to this, but it was just kind of one of the ideas that we kind of had. So it never got used, and so I just thought I'd bring it out and then kind of use new pieces and the tones and that kind of stuff. So it's
that's epic. That is. There you go, army.
It's very, very heavy.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I've never built a Duplo set. I really want to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a look and see what's coming out in 2020.
Great. There's the bricks are so chunky, and they've got such good clutch. It's I know kind of a lot of people want to. They normally use Duplo to kind of like pad out larger models, larger kind of landscapes and things. But
yeah,
as a form as well, it's great. it's a wonderful thing, and it's got a slightly different system as well. So it's there we go. So 2 plates is 1 brick, rather than 3 plates being 1 brick. So even then, kind of like you can't just take a Lego model and kind of make it in Duplo. There is an extra level of kind of deciphering kind of what you can use, and
that sounds like a challenge, Ollie.
It does.
It's so much fun.
I'm going to challenge myself to make my first dinosaur out of Lego system. Then I will. I'll do that. I think I might be able to do that, but who knows? Anything's possible, folks.
Yeah.
It really is. God, I mean, that's like a weapon of mass destruction. That is on it. It's brilliant. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Chris. I'd like to see you do an animation of that giant heart. Brilliant. Yeah, that's what you want.
Instruments. That's what it reminds me of. Immortal Engines. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at it thinking, what's it reminding me of?
I've never seen that film.
Steampunk.
I mean, there's similar vibes between that and the beginning of Lego Movie 2. That's kind of Mad Max, I guess, but yeah.
Very cool indeed. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Ollie. That is simply amazing. Talking of simply amazing as well, Kerry. Are you going to be doing anything this weekend? Any Lego? You going to kind of get around to? I don't know. You might buy the Orient Express. You might buy that Halloween set that no one's going to worry about until next Halloween. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, it's very difficult.
Is it really difficult though? Is it really?
Yeah. I think if I bought the Orient Express, I wouldn't build it because I've got nowhere to put it at the minute.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of those that I would leave because I've got so many idea sets under here not built. And it's slightly more. I don't know. Because I've said this about Gringotts. I said I'm not going to go buy Gringotts. I'm not doing it. And
Well, that was a waste of time. You bought it in like the first day it came out, didn't you?
Yeah, they were ridiculous.
And then you bled all over it.
So no, I mean, I had the idea of going and getting the Orient Express, and I thought, oh no, I still have to get Hocus Pocus. It's just very difficult. I'll have to decide tomorrow. I'm also getting the Winter Village set as well that's my Christmas present from Mark.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'll be getting that.
Amazing. All right. Well, it's what a lovely problem to have when you get up tomorrow.
What set can I get? I'm definitely not getting both though because I can't afford both.
Oh yeah. All right. This time next week, folks, you'll be like, "Yeah, I bought these 2 sets." Help yourself, 15% off.
Always happens.
There we go. All right, good stuff. What about you, Chris? You're a hardened Lego YouTuber, dabbling in shorts as well, which is very, very cool. Are you going to be up to anything over the weekend? Or are you going to be dog training or chilling out with the cats? What's your thing?
I'm just going to be working non-stop until Christmas. I've got a video hopefully coming out in about 3 or 4 days. And then I'd like to get another one on Christmas Day, but if that actually happens, we'll see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got the I bought the Orient Express, but I've given it to my girlfriend to give to me for Christmas because I know I'll throw it away.
Yeah.
Does that kind of ensure you get what you want?
Oh, I've given her a list. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's not bad, is it, Ollie? You half asleep Chris getting the set that you made. That's pretty damn cool. That is.
Any trips coming up here, half asleep Chris? Or Chris? I don't want to say that.
I recently been to Singapore. That will be in the video coming out in a few days. But the last kind of big video is I think going to be New York. Probably about April, I think. Those videos didn't do crazy well. So they're going to be more. New York will be the only kind of video specifically about it, and other things will be incorporated into other videos instead.
Cool. Yeah, I thought they were brilliant, Chris. I really did.
I really liked it. I was really proud of them. Yeah.
London was super cool and cool. I mean, I don't know if it's going to come out next year, but Lego Ideas has got a telephone box, hasn't it? Coming out soon, so that's going to be pretty good. And I know it's out of scale, but it'll go pretty well with the Lego Ideas TARDIS. Just saying, all you Whovians out there, there's loads of them out there all of a sudden, which is very, very cool indeed. Check out the survey, folks. The question of the night, and we've had 139 votes so far. I'm a big fan of Lego trains. The question being, are you? Yes, so far, saying 72%. Nope, 10%. And not really ever thought about it, 18%. Keep your votes coming in, folks, and we will close that in just a tick. As always, Chris, lovely to have you here. Someone else who's lovely to have on occasionally, even if he's got some strange maneuvering thing, is of course Jake Nobbs, otherwise known as Jake Studs. Sorry, we're going back to the very first thing we spoke about. Nobbs, of course. Ollie, does that? The opposite of a brick, I always thought was called the anti-stud. But what is it? If a stud is meant to be called a knob, and I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, does that mean the opposite of that is the anti-knob, which again sounds like a Marvel supervillain of some sort, doesn't it? Really, but
so it's technically it is knob and tube or nop and tube because it's the Danish is direct translation is knob, but the common term that we all use is stud. So we have the stud and tube system.
Nice.
And so yeah, the stud is what we had in the way back when with the automatic binding bricks and all that kind of stuff. And then it's actually the tube side is the thing that kind of Lego kind of innovated on, and that's a kind of in a 2x4 brick. That's the three tubes in there. So yeah, we call it stud and tube. There are official terms and unofficial terms, and
internal terms as well. I'd imagine
it all gets when you come for your indoctrination training when you start Lego, and you get it all. It's Lego, not Legos. And anti-stud is a weird one because it implies that the tube side repels the Lego stud. It's not it's like a magnetic kind of field. It's a strange one. It's but I understand where it's come from. But yeah,
it's cool. It's cool. I like all this because we've had a couple of other designers on as well, and they say, like one of them said, when there's like Lego bricks left over, they called it an overdose, which is really weird because it's true, but it's such a nice way of calling it. So now instead of people saying, "Oh, I've got these bricks left over," I always called it an overdose. Now, what are you talking about, an overdose? And I'm like, yeah, but in the in the positive sense of it all, which is cool.
Do you guys use the word knob down south as in calling somebody a knob? Do you use that?
I couldn't possibly.
Yeah,
it's a very, very important thing. So every time you mention it, I'm giggling.
Well, yeah, no, well, it may be, but we'll put it this way. I want to ask everyone who's out in the chat, which do you prefer, Jake Studs as a channel name or Jake Knob? I'm on the latter, to be honest. I don't know. It's kind of funny and giggly at the same time, which is kind of why I like it. You gotta love that.
Very cool. Would you get away with that though?
No,
I suppose you would, because it's not.
I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? Depends who you ask, I suppose.
We can get away with some swear words that you can't get away with on places like YouTube and Facebook. American ones, of course.
Well, there's always just funny words that make me laugh. Knob being one of them. It's just a funny thing, isn't it? The giblets being another one. That's always a funny one for me. It is. Well, it is, isn't it? It's just such a weird word. Christmas Day or whatever. You're doing. Careful I say that. You're doing the turkey, which that sounds strange. Yeah, and you're like, have you pulled the giblets out? And I just go, ooh, like this, and then you check. You double make sure.
Somebody has put, what does a knob mean in the UK? But it means something that we can't
just Google
type.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it. Google it. Before Kerry gets this stream like demonetized and taken down, just Google it.
Don't message anyone on this panel for the love of especially Simon. All right, so Jake. JK. That's what I'm going to call you, JK. What are you going to be doing any of that twitchy stuff over the weekend? Are you doing any of that?
Nothing like that. No. I will be streaming on Twitch. It's going to be my last streams of the year because I'm taking a small break so I can go to Ireland for Christmas this year. So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and Sunday tomorrow. I'm probably going to be playing some Lego Fortnite because I've been a little obsessed with that recently. And Sunday, I should probably be working on my BRICKTASTIC mock, but I've got to order a buttload of 1x1 tiles to do that. So I don't know what I'll be doing Sunday. Who knows? But I'll be doing that. And I'll be making some more Lego TikTok filters over the weekend and things like that as well.
Send me one. I want to try one of those out. It's bizarre.
You know where you can go. You know where you can go, Greg. You can go to Jake Studs on TikTok, where you see such amazing viral filters such as Lego AI My World and all sorts of things.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's quite bizarre, actually. It's quite good. All right, nice one, Jake. I'll have to do that. And then if I think they're any good, I might endorse them. Very smart.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks.
Yeah. It's a fact.
This has taken 6 weeks to corner him into saying something like that, and this is the closest I'm gonna get.
It is just for now.
My people and his people, they're just not connecting properly. We've got to figure this out, Greg.
They're all divas, I tell you. They're divas. Just cut out the middleman. That's what we need to do, Jake. But anyway, all right. Good to see you on here. Well, we're coming up from me, folks, in the next week or so. I'm going to be doing a live stream next. Well, I don't know what I'm saying next Saturday. Got London Calling 203 to deal with first. But I'm going to be building that train, and then I'm going to be building that train, and then after that, I reckon Studgate might be around then, but of course there's all these Christmas gift with purchases and stuff like that. I've got to build those. I'd maybe do a video out of them. I've got a couple of videos. I've got about 7 videos I'm working on at the moment. Looking forward to that. And am I doing anything for Bricktastic? No, but I'm going to be up there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good fun. It really is. And by the way, if everyone on the panel, and that includes you, Andrew, you, Ollie, and Chris as well, if you do really want a really good brick convention to go to, Bricktastic in February is absolutely brilliant. It really is. So I highly recommend it. Two Gay Folks, you guys are going to be there as well, aren't you?
We're going to be there.
Very cool. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Otherwise, folks, the survey has ended. Oh, let me just find it. I can't find it now. There we go. Basically, I can't find it actually. Let me scroll down. Oh, I can't find it. It's not popped up on my screen. I've lost it. I've lost the survey. That's interesting. I closed it, but it's kind of disappeared on me. But anyway, the rule of thumb, folks, I think it was 72% were Lego train fans, and then maybe when if Ollie ever wants to come back on again, and Chris, we could go a bit deeper into trains and why they like them so much, because that is a thing. It is a thing for them. Ollie certainly likes trains. Chris, got to ask a really quick question. What would you say is one of your favourite trains? And don't feel obliged to have to say Orient Express, made from Lego.
To be honest, I haven't done that many. I like the Disney train, the Lego Disney train.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
I like that. Ollie, Ollie, I would say potentially Orient Express, but there was one that you are a big fan of. I think it might be your favourite set. Thatcher's something or other, isn't it?
Well, it's not my favorite train. My absolute kind of I don't know. I was gonna say absolute. It's not. I've got 2 actually. So it's the Emerald Knight. That was from like 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Something.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That kind of was one of those kind of sets that it started. It was. I think at the time it was out of my price range, and now I mean it still is. But it's a gorgeous looking thing, and it's something that Lego hadn't done like anything like that. That kind of like real kind of like got me in the heart for a while. So that was really cool. And then also I have to say the Metroliner from the 90s, the with the old Nightbolt system. It's kind of it looks a bit like an Amtrak train, but it was kind of that's the one like in all the old catalogs that just kind of like looks incredible. We like internally refer to it as kind of like the blue cave era, because like all the catalogs from like the mid 90s, I think it's mid to late 90s, so many of the photos are done in this kind of like strange kind of blue cave with this kind of golden light shining from outside, and it just looks amazing, and it kind of like it looks so tactile, and I'm sure that's kind of part of the reason in a kind of a background way of why I became a model maker, because like you could see how these sets were made, all these elaborate sets with polystyrene and draped fabric and things. It just looks so cool. But it started off as a kind of in joke, but I really like it as a it was kind of a pitch to kind of adult. It's doing kind of like what the black box stuff was doing kind of 40, 50 years ago with the Thatcher Perkins, which is this train here.
Oh, check this out, folks. This is a very old set. 39 something.
So this is set 396 Thatcher Perkins, and so this is part of a series that Lego did called I think it's either collector series or model series or model team. I think it's like the proto model team, which was another theme in the 90s. And it was these amazing kind of like for the time kind of treating Lego as an art form rather than kind of a toy. but still making it look like a toy, kind of using the Lego system at its best. So yeah, this was a really cool one. I've actually got another one up there, which is the USS, I think it's Constellation, I think.
Constellation, that's got to be a good one then.
So
there we go.
yeah,
There it is. That's amazing.
That's another one. Yeah.
That's it. Follow the finger. It's the big ship up in the corner.
That one, yeah, it's hard to miss. But then like the boxes were done in like a really kind of like elaborate way, and they were kind of photographed in kind of real. They had like a really shallow depth of field, but they were kind of filmed. So there'll be like a Mercedes-Benz kind of car. Actually, I think it wasn't Mercedes-Benz, but it was photographed on a driveway, and it kind of had a kind of stately home in the background, and it kind of looked really kind of grand and amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just like so different, and it was kind of like a pocket of Lego that we then kind of didn't touch for like another 20, 30 years, and then only started kind of coming back in the last kind of couple of decades. So it was kind of, and also like it's so core Lego, like in its color scheme, and like it's the 5, or actually in this case it's 4 kind of core Lego colors. So yeah, I started kind of working it in the photographs in the Big Mickey Mouse set when we did the designer photos. Walt Disney is was a massive train fan. That's kind of why there is a Disneyland, because he just wanted to make a large train set. And then invite people around. So I slipped it in there as kind of a bit of a joke. And then when Sesame Street came along, we had Elmo's bedroom, and I kind of built a wooden railway into it, and then I kind of made a tiny little version of it.
That is it, folks. Look, there you go.
Yeah. And then I'm still trying to find any opportunity to kind of like throw it in there, because I think it just epitomizes kind of what Lego is, and kind of this just screams Lego. I think
it's really cool that you do that. And like I said at the beginning, Ollie, the devil is in the detail with you. It really is, which is brilliant. Thank you for that. Obviously there's lots of stories and avenues we can go down. I did find the end of the survey, folks. Just had to refresh my screen. It's a computer thing. Basically 72% of people said they are big Lego fans of trains. Never really thought about it. 18%, and nope, 9%. So very good. There we go. Overwhelmingly into their Lego trains. They really are. Anyway, folks, so I'm a little bit over my usual 3 hours, and on that note, I want to say thank you for Jake Studs for being here tonight, and all his film studio peeps that he's got behind him as well. There we go. Thank you, everyone. Take a bow. And great to see you as well, Chris. Taking some time out to spend with us as well is always really, really cool. So super appreciate that. Dude, anytime. Kerry, thanks for coming on last minute as well. Been great to have you here. I knew that the pull of Chris and Ollie would be an absolute winner, and Jake, of course, being the icing on top. 2 gay foals as well, Simon and Dan. Guys, thank you for being in. First time they've been on as well. It's been really good fun having you here. Ollie, thank you so much for being here tonight. Honestly, it's been a real eye-opener, and boy, you actually make Duplo cool. You really do. Which is got, it's the first bit of Duplo ever on it, and well, anyway, good stuff, man. Really appreciate that. Andrew, thank you for coming on and wearing, I think, as cool as this jumper is that Ollie and I are wearing, I think you actually do win.
All right, I appreciate that. It's a big statement for you to make there. I really appreciate you.
It's so outlandish and flamboyant. You win, my friend. You win. I wouldn't even go there. Oh, there we go. On the back, he's giving it all. Yeah.
Something really embarrassing on the back. I had no idea.
It could say anything on the back. You never know, do you? Very cool, though, mate. It looks reversible as well. And on that note, I just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight as well. Don't forget, I'm actually going to be on this thing called Twitch on Sunday with some geezer.
Unnecessary hate.
It's not hate. I'm just I think you're reading between the lines, Jake. Honestly, I really do. But I'm going to be on Twitch. Woo! That's going to be 7 p.m. UK time, and that is going to be with one of the nicest, most. His voice is like champagne. It really is, folks. It bubbles over your ear rolls. That is, of course, more and more. And on that note, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being out there tonight as well, tuning in for a very, very special London Calling 202 for the likes of Molly O98, Minark, Sally Escapes, Nora, the Bricketeer, Brickstage Pass, of course, Barefoot on Bricks, Silk Weaver, Justin Ramsden. Anyone heard of him? Justin Ramsden? I don't know, some Lego bloke. Really cool guy. Mayo Hosco, AV Bricks, and congratulations to Pink Wheels and Fab Blondies for winning the giveaway as well. Don't forget, folks, if you built one of these, or if you are thinking of building one of these, build one of them and then send it to Lego over on X, formerly known as Twitter, and of course Instagram with the hashtag #BuildToGive. And on that note, if you take one thing away from tonight's stream, just remember this, that Lego is a wonderful thing. And each and every one of you are too. Take care, folks, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Good night.